Kiss my grits. We've finally made it to the armpit of Appalachia.
All that matters is that you are alive and in possession of the criminal artifact.
Well, this is a large property. Where exactly should we take the artifact?
My quantum processing unit is underground. Find a way down to my mainframe chamber.
It was me or you. I made the call.
Bonus points.
I had every confidence you would recover the Sentinel artifact. Therefore, I am also certain you will be able to charge it up.
Governor. I knew it would not be as simple as merely delivering the cursed thing.
Believe it or not, gambling with the wooden box is the most sane thing I've done today. Oh, I can lay some hate with this. Knew I could count on you, Box.
Max armor.
Victory at any cost. Just don't push it. Now I'm paying your salary. What's next? Benefits and sick time? Knew that would be a crowd pleaser.
Kaboom! Insta-kill. Tear them to pieces.
tell you, I don't do well with waiting. On your own time, boss. That'll clear your sinuses. One postage stamp and you're on your way to Timbuktu. Just saying. Tossing Semtex.
Fire sale.
Fair warning, I'm not known for my forgiving nature. You know what, Box? You're all right. All right, I'll play your game. Spin the damn wheel. You got a lot of nerve for a glorified tissue box.
Double core.
Deploying energy mine.
Insta-kill.
Wonder what happens if I put a gun back in. Piling them up like firewood.
Bonus points.
Five seconds in front of this thing feels like an hour. Got a feeling this isn't standard issue.
Kiss my grits. We've finally made it to the armpit of Appalachia.
All that matters is that you are alive and in possession of this new artifact. Enter the manor house and descend to the mainframe chamber. Time for us to meet face to face.
If you have a sense of smell, go ahead and switch it off. None of us have seen a shower in weeks.
Lighten the motherboard. On your own time, Box. Oh, I can lay some hate with this.
By creating life out of thin air?
Indeed, I am, Herr Doctor. But our team must still complete some final arrangements.
Yeah. I just seen a little nigga the other day. He tried to rob somebody, got killed.
So when other kids see that, are they afraid of getting killed themselves?
They laugh. Because it ain't good.
And skirts of Peter Evans' rental properties, where he gives drug addicts, prostitutes, and murderers a place to live for an affordable price. You manage it like a property manager or what?
Yeah, for people who doing that, bro.
So who lives here?
Whoever can, man.
Yeah.
Can we take whoever?
Do the background checks?
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah. Maybe a serial killer living
Don't
there.
let us get wind, though.
Yeah.
We work serial killers. We way worse than bad people.
How much would it cost to rent this place per month?
See, for a drug addict, it's like $5. Or it would be poor as hell. So we see somebody established, they're going to pay $500. But a fiend probably $300.
You got running water?
Yeah.
Damn, okay, not bad. $300 a month, pretty cheap. A fiend was living in here, right? We have some needle caps, all sorts of items. Got a little bit of rubber stuff behind. What do we got here? What's this? Oop, place is a little bit rough, but for a couple $100, a good deal, and you get to use drugs in here. Not many landlords will let you do that. Oh, shit. God damn. Is that a Draco? That is a Draco, right? You guys are good landlords. We got a lot of protection here. Why would I not want to put on all this stuff?
Dang, a board.
But we got 2 4 live out here. Damn it. Or whatever. But you might be wondering, how does a crack addict afford $300 a month for a beautiful apartment like this? What is their hustle at?
Now I'm paying your
Big,
salary. What's next?
take
Benefits
$5,
assistant?
$10, get somebody who got a fetish, I can get them for $30, $40, begging, stealing,
And how much are these people selling their bodies for out here?
$5 to $35.
She working the block?
Yeah, if you pull over right now, she'll say you can give her $5, $10 for just fuck her right now.
So we'll keep that here. How are you, sister? Can I interview you for $5? Yeah, you down? What's your name? Zoana, what are you up to right now? Are you working the block right now?
Or hoping to they find out do something.
You're hoping someone comes down here, wants to do a little something with you or what?
Just party.
How much would it cost to party with you?
Anything. That's what I really want to drink.
You like drinks? You love alcohol? You're smiling now.
I also do movies and stuff.
You're an actress? Oh, you do like porn or
Yeah, I do something.
do you use any drugs?
I use lots of them and I do several.
How much would it cost to have sexual relations with you if I was a customer?
20 minutes.
20 and a tip. Which tip? Okay. I gotta jump. Alright. We in the midst open-air drug use and prostitution, Detroit PD seem to only care about us holding a camera and a mic. How's it going, Detroit PD? How you guys doing?
No interviews.
No interviews. Back up? What did I do?
That ain't the regular police, bro. They don't play like that. They don't play like
What did
that.
I do? What crime if I violate? I don't want to go to jail. I'm not trying to stir anything up. Wait, so what's the...
No, fucking more folks to the baby.
Got it. Okay.
It's sensitive information.
Yeah, we'll move up. The tensions are high. We didn't do anything, really. We're walking. It's in plain sight. We have First Amendment.
It's a church for you, bro. They gonna find any reason to bother you, bro, because we black people
Right
go
now.
on, go on, bro.
Finish.
Many black people in the area where many black people when they sucked up.
But the cops are black.
They blue. They're not black.
Things were tense in these parts of Detroit. With 3 cameras pointed at them, even the cops out here were aggro. I was like, Detroit.
It's great.
What are your thoughts?
It ain't the best. I just moved back here from Vegas.
That's
I'd
a
rather be
big
back in Vegas than here.
Why?
Because Vegas is more nicer. It's
Yeah.
not ghetto. You can walk through the streets at a certain time and not get shot up.
You getting shot up out here?
Yeah.
It's safe, bro. It's cool, bro. Bro, just stay on your lane, dude. Just get your money, bro.
Why the boys get locked up?
Because, bro, they don't like us out here, bro.
I was 12.
Oh, we'll tell you, man. God, they know.
You outside you too?
Hell yeah.
What'd you do?
Give me out playing, bro. My brother, bro. Bring my brother to them.
I want to show you how common it is to have gotten shot both living and working in the streets. I can assure you, this type of gun violence is definitely not showing up on any crime statistics the city uses to deflate the reality of how violent it is out here. Yeah. God damn. Jesus Christ. Damn. You guys are taking hits.
That's us, This is main thing. $100 cost somewhere. Hey, hard. Good.
How did you lose your leg?
Oh, got
Dangerous out here in Detroit.
Always gotta know somebody. People trying to ride, people trying to snatch you up. Girls that came and missing, like my homegirl Ava. She went missing a couple of years ago and they just recently found
Okay.
her millions around.
Yeah. What is your drug of choice out here?
I'll give the church the tractor tank.
Did you use anything?
Girl.
What?
Hard.
Hard? How do you afford your drug addiction out here?
Well, I used to do things or whatever, but I mean, I do
Days?
boosting, ride, yeah, work at home, dough for my family.
Stop living on the streets out here?
It's tough living on the streets because we make it tough.
If I give you $5 right now after this interview, what will you do with it?
Find somebody that's going to tell me a $10 rock.
You buy some rocks with the money I give you.
That's what I'm going to do. So anybody coming over
Guess I'm
here,
keeping what I got.
doing some more food, you might look at it. But we got people out here. We got people out here watching our back.
Feel like it counting on you, Fox.
I was a trap nigga. Nigga, I was starting service, though. I was service, bro. Early in the minute, I got shot. Early in the minute, big ass nigga ain't trying to take me like a
Take a look. No one stopped you. Ready.
Everybody trying to step fair. Everybody ain't half. Oh, baby. Half.
That's a rap battle. Rap battle.
Proving yourself and even if
My name's Demetrius Holloway.
What are you up to today?
I just come on for 30 years. I just come on.
Sending Semtex.
Wait, what? Who's the Holloways?
I'm not Holloway. I'm not
Okay,
Holloway.
well, tell me a little bit about the Holloways.
When I was 15 years old, my uncle gave me
Oh,
10 keys, cocaine, and $185,000. I killed my best friend, nigga, with his own gun, bro.
wait. No.
I did 30 years of my life for this nigga. He did something.
Well, you killed him. How
Try
many?
that with me.
Me?
Anybody.
I ain't gonna try shit.
You anybody. I ain't going for you.
Calm down. Calm down. How is Detroit?
Detroit is awesome. We got a lot of talent here. We got the money coming here because we the Motor City anyway. Other than that, we got a lot of personality here. Y'all see what's going on behind y'all.
How dangerous is it out here in Detroit?
It's not what people make it seem. The death rates are still high everywhere. Not just here. And we get bigger, but it's not like what you think it is.
I just want to know this is a good city, man. Long as we got a good heart, good vibes. But other than that, it's wicked. It's very nasty, scary.
Bro, right now, stop playing.
Come back over here.
It's been, things are getting a little shicey out here. To be fair, he's been popping. Everybody gonna play with you.
Okay.
We're seeing the good, bad, and the ugly.
Okay, I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot going on here.
I might have to you up.
Wait, what did I do?
I don't know. I'm just making sure.
Nah, I'm the chillest one here. Take it away.
Oh, no. Y'all got me.
Wait, what? Hey, well, good to meet you. See you later. Best of luck. I mean, fair enough. Let me ask you this. What do you dislike about having conversations with the people who are in it? Feeling like,
Based upon you not knowing, it's a lack of information in the black community first and foremost.
well, I want to let it be known. I think it's black, white, yellow, red, purple.
You don't think it's a separation of power at all?
What do you mean?
There's definitely a privilege. Y'all got hospitals. Y'all have more access to paperwork, documentation. You got social workers. You got people that know better, schools, programs that reach out. Y'all don't give a... We don't get half
but then you get mad at me when I come out here trying to talk to you guys and get perspective like that. Okay, no.
So it's a privilege standing on this street right now, not getting because people
but I would.
hear what you have.
Yeah, but I would never say that about you coming to a white community, right?
But you ain't in a white community.
Good.
People don't have information.
If they're giving us the task to come down here and talk to people, I don't understand the problem with that, right? We have a large platform.
But if you ain't come, you just come to expose instead of help. It's a difference.
But won't expose you to put pressure on city leadership? Won't it change the...
You know what's going on here? They ain't
Yes, but when you don't care...
You really don't put the pressure in the community.
Oh, for sure. The video's going to go viral. Well, but those people have to get embarrassed to even have this conversation. They won't even acknowledge it.
I'm just here to record. Are you talking police?
No. What are you doing on the cops? What are you going to snitch you? They don't give a fuck. I'm super mic'd. You're super perfect about to do this. How about that?
Somebody that knows.
So I can't come out here with a black guy? But I am. You get good audio. I appreciate the respect for that. Say, guys, women like this are denials to the crime-ridden state of the city, trying to gatekeep guys like me out of the city, show people what it is. I want to show you life for some of the people that live here that is rarely ever acknowledged, much less shown. James. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Hey, how you guys doing? Oh. So how you doing? Okay. Okay, you guys live here. That's your man. Okay. You see me doing your take care. Ah, a little heroin? Right? For sure.
Right.
You good? You okay? Damn.
Right here. Look, shine on.
It's okay. We don't want to see too much. We'll let him have a little privacy, I guess. Wow, this is crazy. See you guys. I don't even know what to say. Damn, so this is the life of, these are your tenants out here. Some of them. I got other bills. So you just let them be drug addicts, man. How are you doing, man? What's your name? Chris. Chris, you living here? No. Are you squatting?
I don't care.
No. I respect. Oh. Watch out for the cars. Watch out for the car. We're good. We're good. We don't need that. We're fine. We're good. We're good. Ah, shit. Good to meet you guys. Oh, shit. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. Don't let him kill him. Don't let him kill him. Rock. Rock. No. Stop. Oh, shit. Let him go in. And as I was hoping to not witness a murder out here, Ara introduced me to another one of their tenants who sold her body on the streets to afford rent. How you doing?
It's just show your cheek.
Bob.
Now we get right every smokers that got the cheeks. That be like,
Wait.
Fit it up. Show them that pussy. Show them
Wow.
show them that pussy.
Damn, what is even happening right now?
That's all I do. That's my labia.
Wait. What is going on right now?
We gotta be like going down the road, you fuck.
If you want to support our boots on the ground, independent journalism that is not bought and paid for by corporate interests, along with exclusive DLC content that YouTube won't let me upload, and uncensored early access to all my videos before they go off on YouTube, go subscribe at patreon.com/TylerOliveira for less than $5 a month. It's speechless right now. Is this legal? What the? Like that, but how long you been out here?
They took my house and took all my damn stuff from me.
Yeah.
Been out here for about 8 years.
How is it out here?
Yes. You gotta do what you gotta do. I forgot to do this. Not over here.
So do they be in your ass today?
Big.
Making me my tea, but I ain't,
Do you sell yourself in the streets?
Yeah. No lies.
How much does that cost?
Yeah, lie. 6 weeks.
So how long you been selling yourself out here?
Since I was 13.
13. You've been doing what you had to do to survive out here? Yeah.
I do the best I can. They got my ass. 3 times. Needles.
People try. Oh, they try to drug you.
Yeah, they try to drug you.
Man.
I have the right thing.
Yo.
Man. Your pillow secure.
And my, I'm sorry, my AIDS kit, my SCD kit. All of the stuff that makes it because I use time.
How's it going, man? Is this what we have to sell then? So is this the way you make money out here? One of the hustles.
This is the crazy part about it. You think this is a regular nigga. This is a dope thing.
Oh, you're addicted to drugs?
Nah, hell, put this cup down and beat your ass.
Finally lay down.
And he means the other way. No, he's been. It's good. Hey, we're good. We don't need any more knockouts on the. Hey, we don't need to stop for the. I got you. We don't need to stop for the. I got you. Yeah, I got you. What do you think? I'm just 40. I got you with 40. Sorry, bro. I was just walking out. We're good. Let's go to bed. No. Please, come on. No. Come on. No. He's trying to mind his business. Come on. Let's call it a night here. It's getting a lot hot. As lawless, crime-ridden as these streets may seem, reality is they are. And it all eventually catches up in the form of an early death or jail time. Oh, real quick, bro. You in jail right now? Yeah. 5 seconds if let's hear some buzz.
Say alert. Every
go.
You will recover the sentinel artifact. Therefore, I am
Yeah, I can feel it through the wire, man. You doing okay out there? Yeah, man, I'm doing the YNs will be grappling or extrapping is their only opportunity to escape the trenches. This fast life often leads to fast consequences, with family members devastated in the aftermath. So your son's locked up right now?
Yes. We got the life.
The life. How's mom feel about that? I'm fine. Yeah.
We had a group of home. We took care of a lot of people. Yeah. But one thing he never did, breaking nobody's heart. Never took anything for nobody. But he got caught up in the game.
How did your son get caught up?
He was walking down 12th Street. I guess he wanted some gym shoes I couldn't get that week. I said, "It's great. Give me a couple of people." So I'm proud of that. Yeah. And he got into this trip, which is not that. So he got
First, I got some opportunities for you to get involved.
And I never knew I went to church then. I was looking at people. And I said, "What's all right? I dreamt." He said, "I'm going to take care of you." Now I said, "No, great, because they're going to take their dime of it."
So you were like, "I'm not going to be a part of this."
He, trained dog. I tell you, he might get next. Oh,
All right,
stop.
play your game.
Lots of
Spin
money.
the damn
Guys
wheel.
locked
So
up.
that was the way to go, to take care of his family. He said, "I was starving. I didn't have nothing to eat, sir, but I'm going to take it down. You
You don't want to contribute to that lifestyle.
That's what I mean being a mother. Really not me. I would never. So I thank God that I did that, and he's alive. He's in that night we hear this. But he's alive. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. A lot of his kids now. He's been like that place right here. The son got killed, which is my grandson. And so screwed my life.
What is your message to the world?
My message to you is first, and then negative. Because let me tell you something. Negative, they
Thomas, Granny, can I give you a hug? I'm sorry, Alan. You still done it? Thank you so much for having us out here. We love you.
Just letting y'all know we have fun, man, but it always is around. Just letting you know.
And as we ended the day off with a chicken wing feast in 7 Mile, a 10-piece combo had a different meaning out here.
They are.
And what do we need these for?
Just protection.
Protection.
We wasn't just around the city, having my boy around the city with fake protection.
Can you show me what you have in your pants? It's a good fit down there, damn. Practically fits in your pocket. A weakness for defense, protection, keep everyone safe, including me today. We got enjoy the wings. In this era of media corruption and bias, shot. While the cops were around, they watched from afar and let the drug addicts decay in broad daylight. Oh. Clearly, people like this on the streets needed help and were no longer in the mental state to accept it voluntarily.
Man, how's queuing response? That's like a trigger response, I think. I don't know about this.
That's the time you like, and I'm not trying to do with this cup, you know, she's gonna cup himself like, man, I don't know when I think I ever did that, but it's still like, oh, love it too, on the dad.
So what are you on today?
Well, kiss my breath. I won't promote nothing, but I do some of those balls.
Damn, okay. Great goodness, man. Yeah. Safe out here getting homeless in Detroit?
Nobody.
How is life out here in Detroit?
haven't gotten hate crimes out here yet.
You get hate crime where you're from?
Yeah.
Does that mean you're a transgender?
Vaguely of the alphabet mafia.
Okay. So is alcohol your vice of choice? Yeah. What did you used to use?
Cocaine. So, I went to Bridgeport every time. Then I came back home homeless.
Yeah.
They put the face on me.
Yeah.
Again, I blew off my money. That was my fault. My name's gonna be a living legend. Until I die. I was killing you if I had
Polar stone, but that's undergrad. So I'm always on something. That's how you get through undergrad. And not.
That's not impressed. Good for you. You're academically honest.
Well, I'm technically an ensign.
Okay.
That's. I got tested when I was 14. IQ qualified me for ensign. I went through this. Technically, I should be if I fell asleep.
Your IQ like that of high students?
No, I never got tested. I'm in the 140. I'm starting with 160 for Tesla and it was speed 12, but Tesla also has better death rates. So, Tesla speed 12.
So we got Nikola Tesla, Isaac Newton.
Yeah, I'm at the,
And you.
I just bought this. You don't buy it.
I did though. I get hot dogs. He didn't stuff like that though. You got that, so he's good. No matter where I went, we escaped the chaos, so the cameras attracted it like a moth to a flame.
One postage stamp and you're on your way to Timbuktu. Well, I can count on you, Box.
How you doing, my friend?
No, real nigga now.
You're a real what?
Real nigga now, they talk real nigga. Okay. You always do it.
How long you been out here?
35 years. You go crack?
No crack. How easy is it to get crack out here?
I don't know. I'm ready to play.
Last one, how easy is it to get crack
I
out
don't know. I found you U.S. rate.
What? Would you like to do an interview for $5? That's good. I just noticed your blonde hair. I just want to say hi. What's your name? Miami. What are you up to today?
I'm just out here just taking another day over here.
What's the occasion? I noticed your outfit.
It's like, just awesome stuff. I'm about to show it.
What's going on? What like this? Oh, you brought the money? Damn, that money's good money. Are you smoking crack or heroin? Ben? Oh, damn. Is that crack? Damn, I can smell it. All right.
So I'm just coming off 33 years and 3 months in prison.
All right, I'll
I
play.
know.
Spin the damn
What did you say? So he said he wants crack. Damn, how many people out here want crack? You want crack? You want crack? All right, real quick. By show of hands, who out here is a crackhead? Alright, start up. Alright, guys, everyone, we need some order. I'm trying to give everyone a little bit of money for their time, right? But I'm like, maybe it's not worth it.
You know, respect. Everybody wants something for nothing, man. That's all that is.
I'm trying to put a little food in everyone's mouth, but fuck, I think it's going straight to crack.
That's all it is.
What can you do to get out of this situation?
People need to take a look inside themselves and see what they can do for themselves. We all fuck with knowledge too. You know what I'm saying? So
A lot of people have prison time out here?
I have prison time and pretty sure a few of us have. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure a lot of us have. You know, you can see the mentality and such a behavior, even in my own. So I ain't fucking doing it.
Smoke crack?
Sometimes.
You get out of this situation. Oh, we got the cops out. All right, how you doing, officers? We're doing a little documentary piece. How are you? What did we cause out here? We caused a ruckus?
Anybody did something else?
Okay, for sure. It's not public property. Why bring them all here? They followed me here, you know.
I got you.
We'll move out of the way there.
Problems here. Sorry, against the law?
Is smoking crack against the law here?
Yeah.
It is? Okay.
Do you have your ID on you?
I have to give you the ID?
Yeah, you're under
I'm under investigation. Not the crackheads. I'm under.
Virginia. If you'll pay those
Yeah, of course. Yeah. We're out here filming the documentary trying to find some folks. Detroit. Is that a crime? Okay, so why am I under investigation?
You're causing a disturbance.
I'm causing a disturbance? Am I the one out here yelling? I'm causing a disturbance. You're being smart. I'm not trying to be smart. We came over here to square things over and get out of the way. Now I'm under investigation for what? I don't think I'm the problem out here. That's all I'm saying. Hey, I agree. Bless America. God bless America. I agree. Yeah, we'll get out of here. We're not trying to serve it. Over there. Yeah, I agree. Hey, thanks, man. Damn. Okay, why not? Get your cool back. Here we go. I'm over here exploiting people. Why don't you enforce the law? I do, man. I doubt it, but nice guess. We got 50 cop cars in the parking lot. We got illegal drug use. We got prostitution. We got murder. We got kidnapping. They want to for two. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
I can lay some hate with
This guy. Big hat, small shadow. So if I give him $1, I'm exploiting them. If I don't give him $1, I'm exploiting them. We can't take one. We can't take one. We can't take one, or they will take us to jail. You know you can. You're afraid of probably going to do this. Let's go. I'm guys to ramp it up. Let's go. Can I do one? Okay, we're trying to get to the crosswalk. Yes. This is good. Fuck these guys. Those are the midgets. The people out there looking at faces. I guess what I'm asking is, are we cool to show on the sidewalk? Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, he's snipping. He's still. He's snipping. We have a historic DVD power trip. Oh, brother. It's a joke, man. Just a documentary, yeah. Yes. Please. I'll do you. Is it legal to smoke crack out here?
Yes, it is illegal to smoke.
Okay. Is there any enforcement out here?
Yes, there is.
How does enforcement look?
So if this is someone with drug paraphernalia, I know we could give him a blue ticket.
Okay.
We could take a pen by scanner for him, release him, and has to come back on his court.
Got it.
Yes.
Understood.
Yeah, person that's doing crack, I'd rather not arrest them. I'd rather try to get him the help he needs, because he's obviously suffering from substance abuse.
Yeah.
You know, if we're just going to keep cycling, arresting, it's not going to go nowhere.
Okay, so what percentage of people voluntarily come into some form of treatment in your experience?
For substance abuse?
Yeah. The calls you've done, the people you've seen, like what percentage of people are willing to sort of
abuse in this corridor right here?
Yeah.
I tried reaching out and helping them. Zero. They don't want it. They want to stay out here and do it. There's nothing I can't force them.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could though, right? There could be some form of involuntary. Yeah. I'm just curious. What's your position?
From grants, I get some money to hit these dope houses.
Yeah.
To actually enforce them.
Right.
We got this conversation all day. You know, but I don't have time to do it. You know.
Okay.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right.
So what is it they show up for though? They show up. The f is this?
What is it?
To do it, you know.
Okay. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right.
So what is it they show up for though? Because they show. The f is this?
Where's the ticket? Where's the ticket? Man, honestly, I gotta get out. I'm so pissed off. We gotta go. All right, we're keep pushing here. I got nothing left. I gotta go.
What? How over there?
Girl, don't do this to me. I gotta go.
Okay, but you said you're gonna give me 5, so I have to wait.
I did. I gave you 5.
You didn't give me. What?
I gotta go.
Hey, give me something. You give everybody else 5.
I gotta go. I gotta go. Come on, I gotta go.
I give you $5. What will you do with it?
What? What you gonna do with it? Go give me a hot radio. My name Jesus got you 5.
He'll go buy you a hot radio.
No, give me a
Alright, I gotta go. You need to step back.
We'll buy you a hot ready right now if you go up there.
While the police allowed parts of Detroit to exist as an open-air drug market, I pulled up to another part of the hood where young kids were doing whatever for fun. How was life out here in Detroit?
It's really what you make it. I ain't gonna hold you. You out here playing, you gonna get played with. You out here, minding your business, bro. Mind your business, bro. Best way, bro, get your parents to stop doing this life. And young niggas out here, man, I'm telling you, hey, it's crazy.
How old are you?
I'm 21. Whatever I live to, like, if I'm still a car, I'm gonna steal you. If I'm robbing, I'm gonna rob the hell out of you. Feel me? And I see you looking, I'm gonna do it. Regardless of where we at, bro. The birds can get this, no.
Go visit the burbs too, or not you, but someone out here. They
Yeah, go visit the birds. Yeah, go visit the birds. I'm just being honest. That shit don't even go down here. If that shit goes like you on some gang, and y'all like person that you feel wrong, you in the birds, with your career, with your family, a nigga like me coming up just because this is what I do.
Not everyone out here is trying to turn the hood into a war zone. Moments in the hood. Question for you gentlemen. I respect the hustle. You guys are the best. Seriously. What are you guys doing here in the hood today?
We're sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ with people.
You guys have balls, by the way. How is the hood in Detroit for Mormons?
It's good, man. It's kind of insane.
Are people nice to you out here?
I'd say for the most part.
For the most part? Yeah. You guys are very respectful, kind people. But I give respects. In every hood we've been to, Mormons are always out there trying to spread God's word and whatnot.
Yep, that's exactly right. We spread it all over the world.
Can we keep these guys safe for life?
We're neighbors, man.
All right. You guys officially have the Detroit Pass for life.
Sweet. That's so sick. Awesome. Thank you, Skirt.
Some people who had grown up in areas like this are now making it their life mission to try to fix it, applying their energy towards helping at-risk youth avoid a life of crime and incarceration. Who are you?
My name is Raymond Parks.
What is this?
Founder of the Uplift program. It stands for Urban Peers Learning Integrity for Tomorrow. Just a youth advocate. Just kind of, advocate for resources that the youth need and different people in the community. So we got to break everything back down and build it back up. The behavior.
But how does one even begin to resurrect communities out here full of homes that are literally falling apart and...
Welcome to Speed Judge America. Ain't no way Jack calling me a clanker. What's up, bro? Hey, Steve. Welcome to my breakfast.
Well, kiss my finally made it.
Ice Speed has a problem. He has a huge problem, a cataclysmic problem, a problem that could end his career. And I'm not talking about his current US tour, but I will be going into that in detail. I'm talking more about the fact that he does not like one of my favourite artists, LvKtR6qKuwI47.I82I. He had a donation come on his stream playing LvKtR6qKuwI47.I82I, and he decided to crash out thinking it was some random SoundCloud rapper promoting his music.
Don't be promoting your fucking music. Hey, LvKtR6qKuwI47.I82I, don't be promoting your fucking music, bro. You don't get the time for this thing.
Now, Ice Speed is probably one of the biggest English-speaking streamers on the platform. The guy is unmatched. And obviously, to be at the top of your game, you have to do a little bit of clip farming. I've talked about this before. People like Speed, people like Jinxie, people like Queso, they're all very talented in their own right, but the only reason that they are as popular as they are now is because they blew up from people clipping their content and posting it onto Shorts. Why would you watch a 2-hour stream of someone watching other people's videos? I've never done that before. When instead just watch a 6-second clip of a funny fat man doing a scream. Yo, thank you for the 10 gifted, Jemima. Yo, thank you for the 10 gifted. Got me in chat with Jemima. How dare, streamer. Thanks someone for giving his money. Shameful. Now, originally being a streamer, it was pretty simple. You stream a family-friendly classic game like Brazilian drug dealer 3. But now it feels like you have to strap an elderly person to a nuke like Slim Pickens in Dr. Strangelove. I mean, since around 2018 when Mr. Beast was basically buying up billboards to promote PewDiePie in his subscriber war against T-Series.
And so I just want to tell you guys to go subscribe to PewDiePie because, I want him to remain the #1 most YouTuber. It'd be a shame if he got passed.
By the way, just to make you feel old, that was 6 years ago. My God, that is terrifying. That's terrifying. Can you imagine that there are actually going to be new gens that get access to the internet and they're going to have no idea who PewDiePie was? Honestly, it's going to reach the point that if you weren't a skin in Fortnite, no one's going to know that you existed. Now, back to iShowSpeed. Surprisingly, in his more recent streams, he seems to have matured a little bit. He's a lot less kind of shouty and screamy. I mean, a good example is when he was in Place Sweden, a place that I hold near and dear to my heart. He was obviously just, you know, crashing out there, screaming at people, barking in public. Gentlemen, Royal Palace, accordingly. But even before that, he was an absolute menace, right? The guy was setting off fireworks in his room, and I can't show you that. I'll show you this still image. I'm not showing you anything else. The last time I talked about it, like 2 years ago, the video got age restricted and limited ads, despite his stream still staying on. But Speed has moved on to bigger and greater things because he's now doing a US tour, which is surprising because the guy's been everywhere. He's been to Europe. I'm sure he's been to some other places, mostly Europe, but now he's actually doing a tour in his own home country. Now, while researching this video, I actually found out that someone compiled every place that iShowSpeed visited, and it's called iShowMap. Like, he streamed in Saudi Arabia, Brazil, he even tried to stream in North Korea at the DFC, but that was actually shut down.
I went to go to North Korea, right? I tried to bring, like, my lodging and streaming stuff. The military pulled me forward. They took my lodging and streaming. So Dana Chat, when he was like right by the border, he had this dude right by it, so we split his screen. That was like my old day. It's the picture right here of the military officers who like training these just a bit.
Now there are a fair amount of streamers that do travel the world while they stream, but most of them are just kind of sat in hotel rooms doing content, kind of like what, you know, I'm doing right now. But the guy will walk around, interact with people, usually get warm and show countries in a pretty natural light. I know this sounds like Omega tier glazing, but Speed's basically like one of the streamers that have actually had like an impact on the countries that he's visited. I mean, for example, in his live stream in China, the Chinese government actually came out and thanked Speed for showing like the real version of China, not just the propaganda. I know by saying that sentence, it sounds like I just had $50 sent to my PayPal account from the CCP. Yeah, alright, fair enough. To be fair, I do want to point out as well, Speed's stream in China was, I think it was very scripted as well. I mean, obviously he has like a production team in most of these countries, but that was probably one of the most scripted streams out there because obviously China doesn't want to look bad to the Western world. They want to look like they do better than them. But then there's other countries he's visited as well, like Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and they actually use taxpayers' money to pay Speed to visit in the hopes that it would actually boost tourism in those respective nations. But like I said, Speed is now doing a tour of America. This is a 24-hour live stream that never ends, and it's meant to last over a month, 35 days. And it's basically just documenting his travel all across America. Now, the problem is, Speed has had some hiccups in the past with streams and stuff. Unfortunately, the American stream, his own home turf, this has been, like, single-handedly one of the most disastrous streams that have ever happened. So to kick off the marathon, Speed basically unveiled his tour bus that he'll be travelling in for the duration of the trip. So there was this big set-off, this huge reveal, they were playing All the Lights by Kanye, but whoever was handling the audio, they didn't actually play it at the right time. And then when they got it working, it actually turned off for a couple of seconds, so it's just this silent drone shot whilst the dancers are performing in front of the bus, and Speed is just raging and yelling, trying to fill in the dead air.
Welcome to Speed Does America. Now, enjoy the show and look at the tour bus. Let's go! This is the tour bus. Enjoy the show. Speed Does America, baby. Let's go! Let's go!
Then there was a drone shot again, a firework display to accompany the bus being unveiled. And in one part in the drone shot, it displayed what was supposed to be his name. Instead of saying I show speed, it just says I show sped.
That's America, that. That boy's ready to get. That boy's ready for a tour bus. House reveal.
Now, I probably don't have to tell you what the word sped actually means. It's a pretty derogatory word for certain people with mental conditions. Now, I'm guessing what they were doing here is the lightning bolt is actually meant to represent like an E, but it just looks like sped. I'm sorry, man. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. If you had like two lightning bolts, that actually would have made sense. But having the E and then the lightning bolt, it just doesn't even look like a word. Now, allow me to put on my tinfoil hat and give you a Schizo game theory. Personally, I think I'm getting a bit too old and jaded for this, but I have a sneaking suspicion that all the fumbles on this stream were on purpose. I think they're on purpose to kind of drum up hype and get people talking about it. I mean, I'm doing a video on it. There's been loads of clips made about it of people sharing it online. People that would not watch iShowSpeed in the first place. They'd probably see a clip on live stream fails and think, okay, that's pretty funny. Let me check out his channel and actually see what's happening. So, I don't know, maybe not, but I feel like it could be a bit of a 4D chess moment to actually make these mistakes on purpose, you know, because I feel like if that happens, more people would actually tune in to watch it as opposed to everything running smoothly. And again, the most viral clips that have gone from this tour so far is Speed basically crashing out and being annoyed. So this could almost be like a 10-layered clip farm, because again, clip farming is what made Speed famous. I don't care if you enjoy the guy's content, that's totally valid. I think he's very entertaining and he deserves all of his, you know, his success, definitely, but he became famous through clip farming, like most modern streamers.
Broke off like an iPad kid.
But also, to be fair, I don't think anyone originally needs to clip farm. I think they do something, and then it goes viral, and then they want to recreate that, and that's how it turns into a clip farm. Like, you've probably seen my TikTok or my Instagram, and half of it is just Lamau fat joke, lol, fat joke. And again, like, if you check the views, they have gone way more viral than anything else that I've posted. Now, obviously, one of the biggest issues with a 24-hour live stream is sleep. Speed is a human, and he needs to sleep. And I doubt, as much energy as the guy has, anyone can stay awake for 35 days without any kind of sleep. Now, the iShowSpeed management team, they had a bit of a dilemma. Wait a minute, if Speed is sleeping, that's bad. No, he can't sleep, because then people click off the stream. I have an idea. We make a AI VTuber of Speed to interact with chat, so people won't scroll off their iPads. And as you can expect, with the hate of AI at the minute, people have basically resorted to calling AI Speed a clanker. And then in response, AI Speed basically said he would enter full bark mode, whatever that is.
Ain't no way chat calling me a bro. It's a rusty bot. I got feelings. Wild virtual being. Watch your mouth before I go full bark mode, dead ass.
And even though it's only been a couple of days, he's met with a lot of celebrities like Tom Brady, Rick Ross, Lamar Jackson, who had a lemur on him for whatever reason. And of course, obviously, America being America, probably his biggest fan base, there's probably also the biggest population of stream typers. People that with that small bit of clout. But this guy who was wearing a prison jumpsuit and just started ripping up his clothes. And he also had a run-in with this guy who called himself the Chain Snatcher. Well, contrary to his name, he's actually someone who gifted Speed a chain. But again, the irony being, if someone with the Chain Snatcher gifted a chain, that means he probably stole it in the first place. So Speed kind of wised up and immediately gave it back to him.
Ready to dazzle a born skeptic by creating life out of thin air?
I can't hear Doctor. That's 15 messages and final arrangement.
That wasn't the only strange guest he's had on as well. Like, there was this guy with like an incredibly realistic alien mask who was also invited onto the tour bus. And although it didn't give Speed a stolen chain, it did pull a space blaster on him. Even more of this like really ancient meme for some reason. But you know that meme of the guy who can like pop his eyeballs like halfway out of his sockets? I don't know, I guess just whoever the team could kind of just gather at the time. But also on top of that, Speed actually had a pretty big health scare during the tour. He basically lost his voice, his throat was in complete agony. Thankfully, they didn't find any issues or anything. It was more just the amount of screaming. He basically lost his voice entirely for a little bit of time. But while it was happening, his cameraman actually went around and asking people if Speed was attractive, which is probably 10 out of 10 wingman behaviour.
Just don't push it. not feeling this isn't an issue.
Look. Between the tracks.
Turn them to pieces.
Now, one of the more concerning things that happened on the screen is when Speed was in a careful captured like personal details, and the cameraman, actually forgot to mute the microphone, so basically Speed was broadcasting his personal details to tens of hundreds of thousands of people. Now, these clips were obviously clips as they are, but thankfully most police have actually been removed now, and I'm not going to play them because we don't want to share the guy's personal information. But Speed also had another possible injury when he was visiting the Daytona NASCAR track. He was allowed to hold one of the voices from a fire truck and shoot out some water. But the thing is, if you see how powerful the water is that gets shot out of a fire truck, you'll see where this is going, right? If any of you have played GTA, or if you've played Saints Row, and you got in the fire truck and you shot out the water, you know how strong that stuff is. It's pretty accurate, and Speed was not going to that. Now, to conclude, there were talks that Speed was eventually going to go to the Mr. Beast compound to go and visit him, do some content. Now, the funny thing is, Mr. Beast actually ended up pranking Speed. Now, the prank, which was laugh out loud hilarious, was tricking Speed into thinking he was arrested for trespassing on property. And you could see him, freaking out, saying, to call his parents and stuff. Honestly, again, this could be, because Speed is a god-tier clip farming. He's a god-tier, playing into it and stuff. So this could be another clip farm, but he does seem genuinely scared.
Oh, call my dad, man. Yo, call my dad.
Yeah, we just got pulled over. There's
this fucking latest shit is happening right now. I'm not chilling, bro. You know, I ain't never raced a day in my life, bro. I gotta stop this shit. You don't know. Girlfriend.
Welcome to my breakfast.
Fucking knew it. You know how I fucking knew it? Because I seen this shit right here. You always saying, Mr. Beast.
How's it going, Chad? Hey, we're going to go a whole minute. You guys tell me how long this has been in here.
Bro, why you got me in? Nah, chill out. No, hell no.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that was everything that's happened so far. I'm pretty sure more things will happen and have happened by the time this video goes out. I might...
What's good, man? What's up, bro? We never met, bro. Damn, dude. We in Uzi and this shit. You skating, bro? Yeah. You gotta teach me something, bro. Bro, you're teaching me something, man. You talking about I gotta teach you something? I'm not a skater. You gotta teach me something. Bro, you on the board. Yo, we need some help over here. We need some help over here. They got the wrong teacher over here, man. Come over here, bro. Well, you gotta teach me something, bro. You need to come over here. I need to get something to you. Send me to talk to. Yeah, bro, I don't do this skating shit, bro. Let me see your shit, dog. Yeah, bro, let me see something. You a skater? I'm not a skater. It's water. Yeah, so you a skater, bro. Alright, good job. You doing kickflips like this.
Well, kiss my grits. We finally made it.
You are alive and in possession of
Come on, bro, just do it. It's all right, bro.
the director.
They'll probably do something better than that shit, though.
What you might call my captain.
How do we say you skate? How do we do that?
How do we play a game of skate? So it's like rules for skating. So basically, okay.
You know you're not actually supposed to bite the bullet. Kaboom! 5 seconds in front of this thing feels like an hour.
Yeah, like
I promise.
You know what, Lance? You're all right.
Seriously? I swear, Maxis better kiss all our asses when we break her back from the dark ether.
Knew I could count on you, Bob.
So I feel you.
Max up.
Right, I get it. Yes! That's all, you want me to... No, I got it. So, okay.
What happens if I put a gun
got it
back in?
I got it a little bit. What, the tongue?
Oh, I can lay some hate with this.
What do you mean? I'm not leaving that. I'm not. Hold on.
Stop, kid.
I got it a little bit. Hey, I'm ready for your ass. Let's go. I feel like Tony Hawk now. Come on. Ready? I'm ready. I think I got it now, bro. Got it? I got it.
Double points.
That's where you're at, right? No. There you go.
So the media propaganda here in Canada is trying to brainwash an entire country's population to think that we are in a phenomenal economic position, which is why we need to take out billions of unaccounted dollars to fix something that isn't broken. Unless, of course, it is broken. This is the hypocrisy of the news cycle and what our liberal governments keep doing. And they say everything is fine, it's all great. Meanwhile, behind them, the whole country is burning to the ground, literally and metaphorically speaking. So we're going to break down a couple different interviews and media segments. This is absolutely freaking insane. And the media is actually trying to say that Canada dished out $5 billion to help ourselves in a time where we don't have the money to even spend, we don't have a budget, we're not even making money. It's just so freaking crazy to me. So Of course, we're going to break it down and take a look at it. But before we do, I want to encourage you all to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet already. It does really help grow the channel. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Joining us now is CTV News political commentator and former NDP leader Tom LvKtR. Tom, great to see you. I always appreciate your time. Let's talk about the new tariff support strategy. What's that doing?
Spotted using experience and expertise exactly what the federal government is more positively to help. Its message is very high. It's challenging. It's hoping for this blip on the screen. Things have changed in our long-standing relationship with the United States, and we've got to adapt to it. So think of areas like where the Americans are larding on tariff after tariff after tariff. It's essentially protectionism, using an excuse about American national security, but obviously that's not true. So there's also, as you mentioned in the lead up, there's copper, steel, aluminum. These are sectors that are important in Canada. They're very vital to the economy as a whole. So putting aside sizable amount of money to keep workers here, to keep the jobs here to the extent possible. It's positive. And by the way, one of the best things in it, again, it's been a long time coming, is finally faced with the Americans who have for years had an America first buying policy for all government purchases. Well, we're going to be finally doing the same thing. So overall, that part of today's announcement is very positive.
Another big part of today's announcement, pausing the EV target for next year, putting a target for you. And also, it's yet another rollback of the clean policy.
Exactly.
What does this say to you?
This is a huge problem for future generations. So when you talk about sustainable development, you're looking at three different things at the same time. You're looking at the economy. We just spoke about that.
Fair warning, I'm not known
jobs here to keep the economy moving. Essential. But you've also got to look at the social side of things, meaning the job side, what kind of society we're leaving to our children and our grandchildren, and what kind of environment we're leaving to them. And we're leaving a huge debt right now. It's an economic debt largely, but there's also going to be an environmental debt. And we're not doing anything about that. To say that all of a sudden we're going to get rid of the targets that have been put in place for electric cars is a big mistake, because there's no reason for it. The car companies have been adapting to it, they've been preparing for it. All of a sudden, after having gotten rid of the carbon tax, which will be one of the very few things that Politico did in 9 years in power, it's one of the very few things they did to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and come to grips with climate change and global warming. They got rid of that, and now they're getting...
So you're seeing Mark Carney really create some distance with policies away from Justin Trudeau, even though Justin Trudeau's entire support team, all of the Liberal MPs, are still the same people that are in power working for Mark Carney. It's kind of weird, but I mean, it's good that they're remaining independent. It's weird because we have a Liberal government which is following what Conservatives want to get done. So everything that they're probably have is saying, hey, don't do this, don't do that. The Liberals, a little longer, a little further down the road. Right now, under Carney, they're actually doing it. So that's kind of interesting. If that's the case, then why
you're on your way to Timbuktu.
begin with? So skip the middleman and the linker and source.
The obligation to have a higher percentage of cars be electric. At the same time, Canada has decided to put 100% tariff on Chinese electric vehicles. You could easily have cars on the Canadian market for under $20,000 Canadian. If we didn't have that ridiculous 100% tariff, that doesn't make any sense. We've never discussed, we've never debated. We were just putting ourselves in lockstep with the Americans. So to the extent that all this is about the fact that the Americans don't care whether we're in lockstep with them, they've always just assumed that every country close to us is going to have the same foreign policy, the same trade policy, until they turn around and start attacking us. And so it's left us in a situation where the Premier of Manitoba, while Canoe had a very good take on this, he said, look, you're a canola farmer. What do you think about these 100% tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles? The Chinese have slapped 75% tariffs on Canadian canola. Now, Mr. Granahan did have an answer to that today. He said, well, let's use that food, that beautiful food product, the oil that is canola, and let's stick it into diesel engines as a fuel. Well, this just in terms of sustainable development, using food as a fuel isn't a great idea on a planet where there's not enough food for everyone. And at the same time, it's so short-sighted because there's no plan around it. It's just an announcement of a few $100 million to theoretically turn the canola into diesel fuel and use it in engines, but in return, it doesn't do anything. So this is the big mistake that they're doing. Now, one of the things that I do know about Mark Carney, because I've read what he's written, and I do know that he understands his stuff better than almost anyone. So for him to be throwing in the towel on this is a huge disappointment to anybody who cares about the environment and Canada's obligations under international accords. We signed the Paris Accord, and for the whole 9 years of Justin Trudeau, we were nowhere near meeting our obligations.
Tim Hortons, we officially have beef. I don't know what I did to you to deserve this, but this is like, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. I literally just went to the drive-thru, okay? I ordered a 4-cheese bagel, toasted, with cream cheese. Okay? This is what I got. I got a bagel.
Finally made it to the
You know, I'm so glad that I stopped eating fast food for the most part. I mean, every once in a while, it's just hard to avoid, but for the most part, I'm avoiding it almost completely because of the price, but also the service in Canada. Fast food is so bad, especially in places like Tim Hortons. We discussed the downfall of Canadian fast food in today's video and react to it as well. So with that being said, let's dive straight into today's video.
Has dairy food gone significantly downhill, or is it just me? I very rarely go to Dairy King because it's expensive, but I saw they had a dirt pie blizzard. Say less, I love dirt pie. So I get there and I'm given whatever this is, apparently. And I was like, that doesn't look like a dirt pie blizzard. And not only was the lady not nice at all, she was like, yeah, it is. And I was like, well, isn't it just like gummy worms and Oreos or whatever? She's like, yeah, it's all in there, it's blended. But where? Remember how we used to like flip it upside down and things were great, so this one spent $7 on an ice cream, which is totally first world problem. You didn't feel so bad about yourself because you're like, it's the Blizzard experience. I don't know what that is, but it's not it. And then it was served with not a nice person at all at the window. So, my treat for the day. But yeah, don't allow yourself to be duped by the advertisement for that Blizzard, because that's not what it is.
Yeah, if it's not the price, seriously, just avoid places like Dairy Queen. And I know ice cream is great, especially in a hot summer like we're having here in Canada. But if the price is not right, and the fact that the deal with it, you hate your job. Kind of frustrating as a Canadian who knows how bad the unemployment rate is in Canada, especially for young people in Canada, and people working at these places, these establishments, being that moving customers. It is kind of like a slap in the face to all. I'm sure there's a lot of people who would love to have these jobs. Now I know it's minimum wage, it's not the job that everyone wants, but if you're a young person, you should be happy to have a job like that, you know, because of how bad the economy is and how bad it is for youth unemployment here in this country. So, I don't know, just something to think about as well, on top of just, you know, the prices of everything.
I'm pissed. So I felt like a coffee by having a coffee. So I have all these gift cards, so I went to Tim Hortons to go get a coffee. It's a bit late, it's like 3 in the morning. So I pulled up to the drive-thru. No one said anything. I waited a bit. No one said anything. Wait a bit. Figured they might have been busy, right? Because it's nighttime. It's 3 in the morning, right? So eventually, she comes up. Like she comes on and she says yes. No hi, nothing. Just yes. I'm like hi. I'm like hello. Can I grab a double? And then she goes, and what else? I was like, the fuck? I'm like, alright. I was like, no, nothing else. That'll be all. Didn't say a word. Don't not pull to the window. Nothing. So I pulled over to the window, and she was making the coffee, whatever. didn't really acknowledge me until like she made it, which I guess makes sense. So she comes to the window, she hands me a coffee. So then I grabbed it and I realized it just felt cold, right? Like it it wasn't like ice cold, like this is ice cold, but like that was for a coffee, for an actual coffee. That was cold, and I'm there going, it didn't have a sleeve or anything, so it still should be fairly warm. And what, doesn't Tim Hortons make a new batch of coffee every 15 minutes? So I figured it should still be cold. So I was like, whoa, this is a bit cold. So I'm like, something wrong with this? So then, I looked at her and I'm like, hey, I think this is pretty cold, right? Like
This is 50-year-old Willie, and on one day in Tecumseh, Michigan, he got a ride from his brother to a nearby motel to get a cupcake. If you know him. I mean, talk about getting your own brother in contact. Now, William said a lot of just crazy, off-the-wall things within his chat log. I mean, this is easily the wildest chat log I have ever laid out. Let me give you an example of what I do. In this message, William says, I want you to relax, enjoy everything I'm about to do. If it hurts you when I'm flipping your chair, let me know. And if you're going to scream, I'll put my hand over your mouth. You'll be in pain, and I hope you can walk after making love. And then he put like 20 freaking emojis after that message. Absolutely just diabolical work here. Unfortunately, due to YouTube's guidelines, I can't get too much into the nitty-gritty of the chat log with William and B-Boy. But if you want the full scoop of the chat log, as well as access to videos that aren't yet here on YouTube, you can head on over to skeetergene.locals.tv. This here is 46-year-old Mark. Tonight, he is awful, unfortunately enough, he's come to meet and her mom. It's pretty crazy. He said that he has to get her mother's blessing before being intimate with her. Because if you get the mom's permission, obviously that makes it legal, right?
Yeah. Hi, nice to meet you. Maybe something to drink? Okay. Well, let's have a seat. No. You're getting
So we have a little family get together here. How you doing, Mark? Looks like you might have made the naughty list. I'm sorry, Mark. Can you just flip this on your collar there, just so we can get clear audio? It just flips right on. You want this one, Mark? That was wrong. Right. Oh, skin. Are these your side part? Yeah.
William was ultimately borderline obsessed with marrying and impregnating this company. It is really scary and illegal stuff that we're talking about here, so of course we make sure to involve law enforcement every step of the way. Now, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's dose of Predator Possible. Alright boys, it's your boy Steve Hansen back at it again. We're out here in Tecumseh, out at the Arby's, getting the meats, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, this guy is trying to give the meats to what looks to be a, his name is William, look at that Amber Alert mustache. He just looks stoned down bad. I mean, this guy's chat log is literally the craziest thing I've ever read. I mean, he's just going on about how he wants to marry this girl and impregnate her, like, immediately. And our people here is talking to him right now. What's the last thing he said? How many times he said that in the last, 5 days?
At least 100.
Oh my god, it's just crazy. So right now, he's about 10 minutes away. He's planning to get a ride from his brother to go to a hotel nearby, the Tecumseh Inn in Suites, where he thinks that our decoy here has already purchased a room for them to get frisky in. and he wants to get dropped off and just come in the room, and he wants her already to be naked, and he wants to just immediately have sex. And I think he came up with like a knock code. He said I'm gonna knock twice and ring the doorbell so you know it's me. He also wants the girl to take her battery out of the phone so that they can't be tracked. There's a little twist in that thing. As you can see, I'm wearing the gear. So when he gets to the hotel, we're going to say that he won this beautiful Mercedes G-Wagon. The giveaway, proceeds worldwide. Luxury car giveaways. Here, it's going to pretty much go up to him when he gets to the hotel. Tell him that he won this beautiful Mercedes-Benz here, G-Wagon. And hopefully everything goes well and he wants to go for a ride. Because, I'm going to bring him right to the police station. Literally. Down the street. We just passed it. So, his brother's going to be there in 12 minutes to pick him up. Got it. He'll be at the hotel in 12 minutes. Because, babe, I'm going to get you a promise ring. I want to wait until I have money to get you one. We're going to hang out tonight. He says, I can't wait until we live together. I'll be happy and kiss you all over your sexy body. But he says, I want to eat you out from behind. Your butt, too. While you eat pizza. And you can't make this up. He wants to eat her butt out while she eats pizza. And then he starts trying to email her because he figured, the Google chat wasn't safe. So he says, I don't want to get in trouble now to get you pregnant. He's really stuck in this whole pregnancy thing. I think he has a real pregnant.
So he does.
He doesn't want to get in trouble.
But he's okay with pregnancy.
Right. The lodge, it's really not here. Our guy's 10 minutes away now. We're going to get heading to the hotel. We're going to have the equine place and all that. Let's go ahead and get into position now. Willingham should be heading now. There's an equine there. She's eager.
Hello. Where are you at? Oh, you're at house? You waiting for your brother? Okay, well, can you text me when you're on your way? I'm in the lobby. Can you text me when you're on your way? Oh. What? It's 2:09, I think, but I'll just come down to the lobby and get you.
Anyone got a toothpick?
Okay. Bye, love you. Okay, love you, bye.
I might fly.
Clear your sinuses.
Really to make it I'm going to put I think so. I got full trouble with this but if you need to go first in that, just do it and let it out. I want you to put it with my shoulder. This is poetic. Yeah, that's pretty hard. Yeah. I want to look at this. I want you to relax and enjoy it. I want to do this one. You can do it straight. Let me there. And go into the straight. You can do it.
You're running a diagnostic on the
this is
gear
the
box.
wildest.
I assure you, I see nothing wrong.
Look at this. 20 emoji. This is the first time I forgot about that.
Piling them up like firewood.
Oh my god, that's big red. Oh my god, he's
No, it's up in the roof. Can I just spend on it? Can I spend on it? I can bend on it. My money's upstairs. Well, I can just get one of the apps and pay you and okay. Is that fine? Okay. Alright. But yeah, just tell him I'll bend for you. Okay.
Hi, excuse me, sir. Hi there. I'm Doyle with Prestige Worldwide luxury car giveaways. Oh, you're actually the 400th person to walk into the hotel complex, and you've actually just been selected to win our G-Wagon. You're what? You're leaving? Oh, well, would you be Will? You're not Will, so this would be your picture. This would be your picture here, Will. This would be you. Excuse me, would you be Will's brother? Will's actually here to meet we do have the police on standby. You don't know what I'm talking about here, Will? This would be your picture, right? Well, why do you think we have you on camera? We have the document everything, Will. And you've been talking very sexually to this. No? Your phone's hacked? Oh, okay. So which one got hacked? Okay. Well, this will be your email here. Yeah. So that's your email. So, yeah, so that email's been being used to converse with this email. I know, right? Isn't it crazy? So it wasn't you.
You guys know why he's here? No? Are you guys related to him? No? How so? Brother. Brother? He didn't tell you why he's coming here? No? He just said he wanted you to drop him off at the hotel? Okay. Because we have some questions for him. He's actually here to meet who we called him. Oh, before what? You know, no, we've seen all the text messages. He was talking about how he wants to get pregnant. Apparently, he already has a daughter and a granddaughter. What? Yeah, right. No, we're just private security.
But you're... Okay. Because whoever it was, they said they were going to come to this hotel to meet this girl, and you're here. No. So how did you wind up here if it wasn't you? What were you coming here to do? Personal? Is it more personal than eating out on... Because he's in your mouth, like you said here? Your email got hacked, okay. Say, I want to eat you out when you smoke. Looking from my mouth, and I want both of the face. Yeah, it's crazy, right? I mean, Will, oh my god. Well, I know that. Yeah. That loves you so much, you're going to tell me that you want to give a 50-year-old man to have a family. Yeah, so what would you think your email, Will? This isn't a good look. Because it looks like it's you. So, right now, all I can believe is that it's you, and we're going to have to possibly make a report to the police. Okay. It's not good. Okay. No, we might have to just, maybe you can help us get to the bottom of it then. If you had your phone. So you don't have your, so you didn't send this, I love you so much, baby girl, and give those. You were cutting the grass today. That's why you're sweating. So it's not because you're nervous. Just so you're not nervous, right? So you were coming here to do what was it again? So we were here to... Who were you just talking to in the lobby then? Oh, you're here to talk to the guy inside the office. Gotcha. Well, what brings you here today? Oh, you're trying to work? Okay, do they hire predators, or... You're not? Smoke you call, yeah.
What if it's just hard to believe because they said they were going to be here. Now you are here. I didn't explain that. It doesn't make all of them.
Oh, the individual that just walked out, we thought they were about.
I haven't asked for ID yet because I don't know what's going on.
No, I'm telling you. He was here to have sex with them. Do very illicit activity with them.
So then there's an illicit.
Can we get the top here? Yeah. Fine. We like that. If you prefer them to be outside.
No, this is business question, man.
Okay. We're just asking them some questions right now. But we'll have law enforcement that'll be showing up shortly. I mean, technically you can leave if you want to. They might have some questions for you. I don't want that to. I mean, if you want to leave, maybe you can. Okay. Hey, Rick, they want to go ahead and leave.
But you even said, babe, I don't need nothing in return when we make love. I know most men want their women to go down on them. You say, I want this for my pleasure. You're illiterate? So you are as dumb as you are. Okay. It's just because being the nature of the conversation, Will, and you're here, they said they were going to be here. Well, whoever's having the conversation, they said they were going to be here. So it wasn't good. Okay. Well, you are stupid enough to have a conversation like this and show up. Okay. What's up? No, I got you. You gotta go. It's like your right just left. Oh, they're showing across the street. Okay, I got you. Well, what about when you said here, I'm going to enjoy pooping your cherry? And if you're going to scream, I'll put my hand over your mouth and you'll be in pain. I hope you can walk after making love. Well, you said it, though. You're looking at me like I'm crazy or something. You never heard of this. I'm not laughing at you here, Will. You seen this before?
No, you guys are going out.
Oh, yeah, I know they mentioned not wanting to be on video, that sort of thing. Yeah, anything? Okay. Was it the one you were using to have the conversation, or no? Your phone got hacked. So this wasn't you at all. Okay. What about this picture? Is this you? So, how did someone get a picture of you? Well, really, you're sweating an awful lot.
I told you I was like that.
How long ago, though? It's like 50 degrees out here. How are you sweating if you're not so nervous?
I've been here 10 years. I have not got used to it. This is close to 30 years.
Well, if you want to do you want to have a seat and talk about it? Because I'm willing to be, I'm willing to talk to you man to man about this. Okay, well, if you want to sit down, we can get you a drink, talk it over. So you want to just keep walking, Will? Turn the take your I just turned it off for now. You even say here, you'll make beautiful babies with it. It says right here, we make beautiful babies.
I didn't see that.
That's your phone. Okay. Were you talking to anyone recently? Your brother? What's your most recent call on that phone? What was the number of this? Because whoever it was, they were just talking with her on the phone. So if you can show me that phone number isn't in your recent call history, yeah, if you can just show your recent call history, that would clear a lot of things up.
If I had my phone on, I would take it.
But you have your phone right there.
I have a phone, but I'm trying to show you. The phone that I have.
Oh, well, what phone is that? Okay, well, can you show me that one? Why not? It's just hard to believe. Well, Will, it's just to clear your name. Well, Will, you were trying to put something in a mouth. I mean, it's pretty laughable. Well, if you can show us your recent, this is goodwill.
It's hilarious.
It is. Well, if you can show us your recent call history, we'll believe you. If the number isn't in your recent call history, we will let it go. Will, you say, babe, I can open both your holes and I'll eat them and open you up. Or are you just going to keep saying you got hacked, Will? It's just not a good look. It's just not a good look, Will.
Oh, yeah.
Then why come to a hotel to You were here to... Oh, yeah, what were you here to talk to someone else? Oh, you were going to apply for a job, right? Did you get an application? You're going to look for Mexico. I think you got to go more south for that. You can get Mexico up here too. Okay. It's just not a good look. You say you're the luckiest man in the world, or whoever was using your email. You said, right? I just wonder why they were being so careful with their messages. So you're saying someone was trying to set you up? Possibly. Well, it sounds like they're trying to set you up. If it was, but if they were trying to set you up, why? Right. But why would they be so careful about getting caught? If they were trying to set you up, wouldn't they make it easier? We go in the bushes. Also, while you're thirsty. Okay. Well, we can see that. And well, would this be a picture of you when you were around 20 years old? That you didn't. That is you. Well, how did they get this picture of you? Well, Will, I mean, you were just at the hotel to meet up. Well, it's because it's true, Will. Will, I mean, you should just be honest. You just want to... It's pretty laughable, Will. You just want to take a seat, just talk about it. Well, he was actually at the Tecumseh Inn over to meet up. So that's why we're waiting on the police. Oh, they have the water down here. Yeah. Go ahead and drink up, Will. Oh yeah.
I told him to come in the bushes.
I'll come in the bushes. Okay. Yeah. Are you okay, Will? You want like a water, like a 1 liter? I know you're a big boy. Maybe a gallon will do. Well, the thing is, Will, we have to wait on the police now. I gotcha. I just want to clear things up with you first, though. I'm just trying to wrap my head around how it wasn't you who had the conversation, but you were there at the hotel. Well, not necessarily, but you were at the hotel, and they said they were going to be at the... I believe it was this young lady here you were talking to. But it was... Well, was Will talking to you in the lobby? Was Will talking to you? He says you were talking to her, Will. So who is this? You know we have everything recorded and documented. Well, why'd you ask her for money if you don't know her? Well, Will, what you're saying doesn't really align with what I have here. This is it. So I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it, Will. Well, we just work with them. They barely fit through there. You want to just take it easy, Will? Just okay. Well, we just have to stay with you so we can report this. You even say. Oh, Will, it's anything but secret. And can I just ask you, so whoever was saying this said I don't want to end up in police. They say police event. They said I don't want to end up in jail. Basically. Now someone's trying to set you up. Why would they say that? Okay. Good night, my beautiful queen. I love you so much. I love you no matter what, baby girl. Hey, Will, she's... Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I think we should just calm down, Will, and just get to the bottom of this. Okay. Well, we have to wait for the police now. Okay, well, I mean, I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. So you got to understand that you're going to be pregnant, and everyone will know you're pregnant. And then you wanted to know how she was going to keep the pregnancy a secret from her mom. So, well, he's going for another drink. Well, we'll gladly buy you a bottle of water. It's fine. Okay. I'm just trying to help you out. Okay. So, well, that's really not nice language to have in a public place, would you agree? Okay. Well, we just have to make sure they can find us, find you, so. Okay, well, we just have to make sure, Will. Because at this point, we're in communication with the police, so. But you say you want to blank inside of her every time that you make love. Well, I'm gonna get to that in a minute, though. But either way. Oh, Will, that's really not nice language. There are children around. Okay. Okay, you can use them. Okay. I keep telling him to watch his language. I'm sorry about that. Oh, okay, yeah, we're waiting on him, so. We should just go back outside, Will. Will, do you just want to step outside? I don't think the staff really want any of us in here at the moment. We just want to be as respectful to them as possible. And you're getting a lot of eyes on you and causing a scene. Okay. Well, I mean, we could have just stayed across the street at the hotel. Okay. And Will, you tell her not to hold anything back when she blanks in your mouth. Okay. So that's your story you're saying to it. It wasn't you. I just want to know how you end up at the same place that the individual said they were going to be in. So it's just sheer coincidence. Well, that doesn't even make any sense. I'm trying to make it make sense, but you just keep walking from me and acting like a child, ironically. Say, I love you so much, my beautiful queen. This is like the fourth swig of water. And they're going to start charging for it at this point. I got there. Oh, well, if that's all you have to say, I just have to let you know. We've just been speaking for 4K. Lee claims he doesn't know, but I think he knows very well what's going on.
Have you talked to him?
Sure. Alright.
With all the chat stuff?
Yeah, it's all here. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, pretty much from the start of predatory investigation, this is a privately owned operating organization. So, yeah, it starts here on Facebook dating. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll just point it that way. But, it starts conversations as well. People, legal flights, they're just sort of high school. Then we think exactly today, yeah. Where was he supposed to be? At the hotel. He actually got dropped off there. We did talk to him a bit there, and he walked across the street over here. Yeah, and what could be a party? Yeah, he could be right somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, he's in a deep right over here party now. Yep. They exchanged numbers here. At the place. Throughout the conversation, he talks about how he doesn't want to get in trouble, get arrested, that sort of thing. But despite that, he still ends up talking about marrying the girl. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's all in here. So once we get together, I want to kiss you all over your sexy body. I want to eat you out from behind with your love to while you eat pizza, is what he said. That was this young lady here that was conversing with him online. He is an adult of age. Then he decides to start trying to email her. Since your mom would know that you're pregnant, how would you let her know about the baby after? He comments on impregnating her many times throughout the conversation. He says he wants to marry her. Will you marry me? Have my kids? He said all this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Now, he says, is it the one right down the road, Jim?
Chicago Boulevard and Long Street, right at City Hall.
Just Tecumseh Police Department?
309.
Okay, got it. And he...
Bring everybody's call.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotcha. And just so you know, he was having all this conversation on his tablet. He has a flip phone. He was using the phone to text and call the decoy on his way here. So he probably isn't going to be in possession of it. He's probably either that or at home. But yeah, he's from Adrian, Michigan, about 10 minutes from here. Yeah, we can reach up there. No problem. Sir. This is going to be a double cup round. They're going to go get his arms running with one grip comes. Well, Will, if it's both, why are you getting handcuffed right now? Other guy's front cover. He's big body. I think so. He's big body, so. He's big. Oh, the giveaway thing didn't work, unfortunately, but we got him. Yeah, he was like, no, I'm good. He knew. Yeah, he knew. Oh my god. Probably does. Hey, see you soon, Will. What's that, Will? I couldn't hear what he said.
He's trying to act hard.
Yeah, he is. Thank you. Oh, dude, he knocked all these, like, shrubs down off the tree when he went through. Yeah. Times are different on this. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, our car's all blue. There's a little, yeah, we walked across the street. I mean, unfortunately, you know, Will didn't lead the whole D-way thing, unfortunately. And he just denied everything to the end. But it's just so weird how he wasn't having that conversation, but he ended up at the Tecumseh end. That's... Dude wouldn't show his call history and refused. For whatever reason. That would have cleared his name. But he wouldn't show it. But what can you do? I mean, his story didn't really make a whole lot of sense if you ask me. Alright, here we are, meeting the police at the police station. Here the boys are coming in. You're right behind me.
The problem maybe probably what we're going to have you do is the front entrance. Okay. See where it says police, we'll let you in that way. Okay. And we'll go into our training room. You guys can set up in there. Okay. Yeah. And then we'll put him in one of our editing rooms, and then the detective gets you the chat with everybody.
Great.
All right.
Sounds like a good time. Okay. Yeah, thank you, sir.
It is good TV, and I do see
potentially a boycott, right? Picking up steam. There's real implications for Doug Ford's actions. Welcome back to Moose on Loose. My name's David. Today we've got Doug Ford. His whole campaign against Crown Royal is turning into a boycott against a company with 500 employees in Canada, Canadian Greens, Canadian workers. Doug Ford has done something very bad for Canada. Wasn't Mark Carney that new LNG deal? We're going to break that down now and see what's really going on with it. Let's jump into this. Starting this one off from Marty and Mark, we've got exports of unwrought aluminum and aluminum alloys continue to drop 31% in July in the context of U.S. tariffs on Canadian aluminum. This is the fourth consecutive month decline for this product. Quebec produces 90% of Canada's aluminum. Quebec is rapidly becoming one of the biggest losers in the trade war with the U.S. So once again, maybe it's time to put supply management on the table. If this is decimating an entire industry in Quebec, I guess that's for Quebecers to decide. But really, this affects all Canadians, so it's time to make a real deal. Got this one from David Coletto. It says 85% of Canadians say they're tired of hearing about Donald Trump. What they want, leaders laser focused on solving housing, healthcare, and rising costs. Maybe they should be supporting Pierre Poilievre, considering Mark Carney's entire campaign was based on Donald Trump, where Pierre Poilievre had numerous solutions to solve all of the problems of Canada. We saw the major ones. We're seeing here, people hearing about Donald Trump, yes, very tired, 48%, yes, somewhat, 37%, 85% of them tired of hearing Trump, only 16% not bothered by it. Got this one here, Project 2020 Mastermind invited to Carney's cabinet meeting. No longer speaking. Carney liberals were going to bring in this MAGA guy to teach them how they can learn the MAGA ways and talk to Canadians better. Prominent conservative figure in American politics and mastermind behind Project 2020. The infamous policy blueprint that proposed a drastic overhaul of the U.S. government was invited to speak at Mark Carney's cabinet behind closed doors. They're no longer making the trip north. We're not exactly sure what's going on here if he canceled it, but I mentioned this one in the previous video. Let's jump into this for a second here. So LNG developer announces $15 billion project off Newfoundland. The CEO praising Mark Carney, saying couldn't have done it without Mark Carney. In a sense, that's true because Justin Trudeau refusing to let any projects go through pipeline ban. Mark Carney put in a loophole. Now, why would Mark Carney have this go through? He's trying to potentially make a lot of money off it. We're going to take a look at his conflicts of interest here. This is his appendix summary statement. As you can see, the first one's already in here, Air Products. But what is Air Products? And Chemicals Inc. This company that Mark Carney's invested in, which I also have right here. So I have finally finished this. What we're looking at here is all of Mark Carney's investments organized by category. So now we can see how many telecom, media, transportation, logistics, real estate companies. I've also got the list here, which ones are conflicts of interest, which ones are stocks it's invested in. And then you can see the odd one in here. There's only 8 of them. It's RRSP. They're peppered in here. There's only 8, right? You can see right here, so RRSP, Brookfield Asset Management, financials, it's got conflicts, stocks, etc. So now we know which industries he's invested in with everything. Healthcare, he's got quite a few stocks here. When we take a look at Air Products, look at this company, LNG liquefaction technology and equipment selected for next decade's Rio Grande, yada yada. This is an LNG company, literally LNG liquefaction process and equipment company. We've got Lind, this one here, LvKtR6qKuwI47.I82I, which we can see here, small scale LNG plants. Lind Engineering has the know-how and expertise to individually design, build highly efficient baseload plants for even the largest scale LNG plants. You can bet that they're going to be sniffing around for a contract to build this LNG facility. Don't worry, Mark Carney's invested in this company, so he's going to make some good money on it. I know for a fact from organizing all these, Lind is one of these ones here that's not in America. Believe it or not, it's over here. I believe this one's in the UK. There it is. So Lind PLC, United Kingdom. Mark Carney has a lot of those ties going back to the UK. Next one on the list here, Baker Hughes. We go back to the appendix. There's Baker Hughes. Mark Carney owns this. Baker Hughes to supply liquefaction technology for Cedar LNG. Isn't that right? Another company that might be involved in this project. So you can see where this is going. We've got the next one here. This is Siemens Energy. You can see the top here. It's actually cut off. The top left there. Siemens Energy. And just to bring the receipts here, Siemens Energy. This is Mark Carney's appendix. He's invested in this company. What do they do? What are we looking at here? It's LNG. Siemens Energy provides integrated gas to power solutions through the LNG value chain, offering pre-feed services, traditional equipment supply chain, and trusted partnerships. Are they going to get a contract to do this deal that Mark Carney will make money off of? Or how about Weatherford? So you can see the website at the top here, Weatherford International. There it is. Mark Carney owns this. You already know what this is. It's more LNG. He's involved in all of these companies. So he's got other ones here like ExxonMobil Corp, obviously oil and gas. We've got DT Midstream. There's another one. What do? We know what they do. DT Midstream is owner, operator, developer of natural gas, intrastate pipeline storage, gathering systems, etc. There's some more we can dig through there. You get the idea. Mark Carney has so many investments in LNG, and not only in LNG, but in building LNG facilities. This guy got his chips all on the line to make money off of everything. He's essentially cornered the market on power, energy, and then green and renewables, and trying to force everything through there, and then profiting all the way through. And we see that up here. So this top section here is all his wind, solar renewables, and then we've got energy and industrial materials here. That's how we laid out a good portion of his portfolio here. So should this project be going forward? Absolutely. Should Mark Carney be forced to sell all of his stocks? Absolutely. Moving on here, we've got Doug Ford is now potentially hurting farmers in Manitoba. I called this before. As soon as it happened with Crown Royal, it was a bonehead move that would hurt Canadian workers and Canadian farmers, and here we are. Doug Ford's stunt has blown up, and now there's a big boycott going on for Crown Royal, a Canadian product made in Canada with Canadian grain.
Been stunned by the Premier of Ontario, Doug Ford, to pour out a whole bottle of Crown Royal whiskey was seen by many across the country as protest was over the parent company of Crown Royal and its decision to move one of its plants south of the border out of Ontario. It could end up having an impact, though, on farmers in the prairies. Here's CTV's Adrian Gabriel with more on why.
So this is what I think about Crown Royal. That's what they can do. I think everyone else should do the same thing.
Pouring out his frustrations, Premier Doug Ford's photo op was seen across the country. It is a publicity stunt in a sense. It is good TV. And I do see potentially a boycott, right? Picking up steam. Just as we saw when the United States put tariffs on us, so we took the off the shelves.
On the shelf.
As conservative consumers put a cap on Crown Royal, there could be a spillover draining the profits of farmers in the prairies.
So you see what they did there? Spillover, this is not a laughing matter, though. This is going to hurt Canadian jobs. We literally have our own premier of one of our provinces hurting Canadian companies. Like, what team is Doug Ford on? I thought he was on Team Canada. Is he Team China? What team is Doug Ford on?
Here's what I feel to us. My neighbor's farm in this area of southwest Manitoba, rye is actually a very important crop.
Roughly 80% of the rye used in Crown Royal is grown on Manitoba farms, where tariffs have in part already taken a bite out of the margins grain farmers rely on.
So if we lose the premium market that is Crown Royal, then that definitely is a hit to the bottom line for rye growers.
Crown Royal's parent company, Diageo, directly employs more than 500 people across Canada, while supporting more than 9,700 jobs in different sectors, with large distilleries and bottling facilities in Yukon, Manitoba, and Valleyfield, Quebec. Premier Legault's office declined to comment on Ford's push to shelve Crown Royal. But Manitoba, that province's top politician, is encouraging Canadians to responsibly raise a glass.
Crown Royal was made in Gimli, Manitoba, so that is something that Canadians should buy and continue to have access to.
You can see in his face here, he doesn't approve of what Doug Ford's done. He is at least doing the right thing here and standing up for Canadian business, Canadian workers in Canada. But what was Doug Ford thinking? He's going to cost farmers profits, their livelihoods. Doug Ford literally is attacking Canadian farmers at this point with his stupid publicity stuff.
Union leaders are also sharing their concerns that when one bottling facility already persuaded the U.S., Diageo could have potentially its Manitoba distillery south of the border and even use West grains to further cut costs. In an email, the company has reiterated its commitment to its Canadian operations. Adrian Global CTV News, Toronto.
Why didn't he say it like that? Canadian operations. Canadian whiskey must be mash distilled and aged in Canada, must be aged in small wooden vessels less than 700 liters per minute for 3 years. It's just unreal that we have a premier of Canada attacking Canadian farmers and workers. Like, he doesn't look up anything before he runs his mouth. Well, we're talking about Doug Ford and his whole thing here. We've got Dominic LeBlanc here. His response is pretty funny.
To do that for Premier Gormans. I went there's Crown Royal. Mario moment and worried
to go viral. They want to shoot. I saw this.
I mean, he said worried with elbows down now. He wants to keep fighting. He makes stress about how much is this actually helping your cause, or should he be baby step on this?
Your second question was about Premier Ford. So I saw his news conference earlier this week. Premier Ford is effectively and articulately standing up for workers in his province of Ontario. That's something that our government is absolutely doing At the same time, I look with Premier Ford and his government. I talked to him.
Listen to this, just fully backing Doug Ford, trying to hurt the sales of a company that employs Canadians, 500 Canadians, Canadian farmers, disgraceful.
In some cases, multiple times a week, on things that we can do together to support workers and the economy. In this case, in his province of Ontario, but it's their biggest economic partner in our federation. I wouldn't propose to tell Premier Ford how to practice Ontario politics. He's won 3 majority governments. I think he's figured out how to practice Ontario politics.
The reason why he keeps running there is because there's no good candidates there.
Relationship with him that's cordial and personal. And I really enjoyed watching his news conference on Tuesday. I think it was
Let's give us an update on what Mark Carney doesn't really talk about is the scope of cabinet. Here we've got Francois Philippe Champagne and Melanie Jolie. This is the 1-2 combo. First we've got this guy bragging about his middle-class tax cut. And we address how she was buying the most affordable for Canadians. And in that, the measure we took to reduce the middle-class tax stock that we offered to Canadians was really spot on, because what we urge the families to help us to make life more affordable. Oh, it's spot on. It's just such a great tax cut, as Melissa points out here. $70 a month for 2-income families. It's just spot on. Just really helping things out here. As you see here on this post, this is April 2nd, 2024, and August 11th, 2025. 1 year apart, and look at the difference in price. And forget about the total price based on weight. Look at this, $10.99 per pound for boneless loin New York steak versus $16.99 per pound, the exact same thing. This is what inflation looks like. So Francois Philippe Champagne's $70 a month gets eaten up in a single grocery run. Basically almost half of it getting eaten up here by a single state. And we've got Melanie Jolie here, talking about trade with Europe, an incoherent rambling of nothing.
Create partnerships in the world. Being distributed economic blocks right now. And that is why for countries that believe in free trade, they're in space. We can work with others. And you will work with Europe. And you will work with other Asian countries. And that's also super important because it's our way to make sure that we continue to benefit from all the advantages that trade has given us over the last decades.
We will use our crayons and we will draw within the lines because it is good to draw in their lines. This is seriously the Minister of Industry in Canada. You've seen the demographics provided. Yeah, a whole lot of flags, not a lot of Canadian ones. The law school was hard to get into. Is there anyone out there that remembers her as a lawyer and can comment? That'd be a great selection if anyone knows her from law school. And who else we got here? Tim Hodgson. What's he up to? Talking about this new Horizon Senior program up to 25,000 supports and projects for healthy aging, yada yada yada. What's he doing? Hanging out with a bunch of pickleball seniors. This is how he's saving Canada. This is the energy minister. What? Why? Isn't this CTV votes job? I don't understand what's going on. Next up, we've got a pretty funny one here. So CTV changed this, but you can see Carney to hold Liberal cabinet retreat in Edmonton. Well, the headline for this before, you can see it's still here. They changed it on the website now. Mark Carney, ministers looking to cut spending at retreat. It's so ridiculous. The headline there just says it all. Stop going on these stupid retreats. We have a building called Parliament. Go work there. Cut spending from there. So you click on it now, and it shows Champagne says adjustments coming to public services, Ottawa review spending. They changed the headline because they didn't realize when they put up how dumb it is. We got this one from Blacklock's reporter. A little update here to the NDP leadership rules. It's worse than we think. Not only saw my previous video, they added all these DEI rules. You can only have half the people sign up to be men. You have to have people that are disabled, that are First Nations, that are this, that, and the other LGBTQ. Even run as a candidate. Well, look at this. NDP filing fee now $100,000. So Jagmeet Singh one, the filing fee was $30,000. And now it's $100,000. And on top of that, the NDP says here the party said yesterday it would also take 45% cut from all candidates' donations. The NDP is broke. That's what they have to do. They have to do this because they are so broke. Dude, picture this for a second. $30,000 for a Jagmeet had to pay to run for the NDP. Now it's $100,000, more than triple the price for a party
that has diminished 72%, going from 25 seats down to 7 seats, and but they want to triple the price. This is not how you entice good people, good leaders to step up and try to take over this party. This party is done. If they don't get a really good leader, which I can see them getting, but if they don't get a good leader, this party is going to end, and Canada will become, just like America, a two-party system. Moving ahead, we've got Patty Heidi, who blames tariffs for youth job shortages, instead about mass immigration, but on technology.
We've also seen some really worrying signals in the economy recently. Obviously, we've faced unprecedented challenges with tariffs and economic action that has been unjustified, but certainly nonetheless having a deep impact in several sectors of our economy. And oftentimes, vulnerable populations is where you see the unemployment rate show up first. And so we are looking at a higher unemployment rate for youth than we've seen in decades, certainly not anything we could have imagined a decade ago. And so on top of all those economic uncertainties, we also see changes in technology, something that the young people were telling me about in describing in words that I could understand how even just in 5 years since I was the Minister of Jobs last, things have changed tremendously in the way that, for example, the technological impact of AI and other emerging technologies are changing.
AI hasn't even started to really wipe out jobs. It will eventually. It's not quite here yet. Sure, there are some jobs getting lost to AI. This is all to the mass immigration that these buffoons brought in.
The way that people are being utilized in a variety of different sectors. And this puts young people on a very unstable footing. There's nothing more unsettling, as Caitlin and Sklar told me, than going through school, doing all the right things, getting a degree or a diploma, and then not being able to land that job. Today...
Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope your day is starting off just great. Behind me is a picture of the sunrise in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Beautiful, serene, pleasant, it's so good in the rest of the not to be so sweet. I'm going to explain to you how U.S. policy is systematically destroying the North American economy. And I'm going to share some real data, recent data from the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Before I get into the data, let me explain that this is something that was expected and that economists were predicting. I'll just summarize very quickly. Basically, the big difference in North America, the thing that's changed is that the United States has decided to impose tariffs. Let's not use the word tariffs. Let's use the real word, which is tax. The U.S. has imposed an import tax on goods from Canada and Mexico and the rest of the world. We're going to concentrate in North America. All intelligent economists agreed and predicted that this was a bad idea. It would be bad for all Mexico, Canada, and the United States. Everyone would be screwed. Let me just explain briefly here. If the United States imposes a tax on everything it imports, the companies in the United States that import these goods from Canada and Mexico will have to pay more for these things. So it has the effect of squeezing the importing country and the exporting country in these ways. Things that the United States imports from Canada are now all of a sudden more expensive. So those American companies will purchase less of those things. The cost has gone up for them. They import tax, so they'll import less of those things. That will mean that Canadian export companies will be squeezed. Now, vice versa, those American importers that have to pay more for everything they import, they have to somehow compensate for this tax that they're paying. Well, they'll adjust by doing a couple of things. Increasing the cost of what they sell, and trying to increase the cost of doing business. They can't just turn on the lights. They can't really decrease their fixed costs. The easiest way to decrease their costs quickly is to decrease their variable costs. Usually the biggest variable cost is the cost of labor. So they'll adjust by not hiring as many people, maybe laying off some employees, or giving their employees less of a rate. Tariffs are not a good idea. They will hurt the importer and the exporter and have a trading block like...
Hello? Good, how about you? Okay. Just playing some zombies. No, I told you I had to pre-order that. It doesn't come out till November. Yeah, Black Ops 3. I don't play that as much though, because that's like a 11-year-old game. I'm playing Black Ops 6.
You love that.
Well, yeah, kind of. Like, you need online to play zombies, but I'm playing solo mode. Yeah, I prefer solo mode. I'm so good at it that everybody always holds me down. Yeah. Yeah. I'm always like, I always get the most kills by far, you know? If there's 2 other people in the lobby with me, I double their kills. So like, say they get 600 kills each, I get 1,200. So I get as many as the 2 of them combined. Yeah, and these people think they're good. They don't even invite me to their lobby. So I'm like, fuck them. Like, if you don't want me in your lobby, I'll do it myself because I get way more kills by myself. Because these people slow you down. They want to do timeouts and they want to do the Easter egg, like all this stuff that wastes time and doesn't give you XP. Like, level up. So, fucking, I just destroy them in leveling up because they fucking suck. Yeah, exactly. But it's dumb because you do need online even to play solo. I mean, sorta. I'm gonna have to eat like canned food and shit tonight.
Canada, Mexico, and the United States, one of the largest trading blocs in the world, the envy of the world, and you introduce tariffs into that trading bloc, you're just destroying what was once a great thing. Let's go through the numbers. The trilateral merchandise trade between Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. reached approximately $1.9 trillion in 2023.
Yeah.
$2 trillion. That's the value of the trade between Canada, Mexico, and the United States. We trade $2 trillion worth of goods amongst our 3 countries. Even though Donald Trump says, well, the United States doesn't need anything that Canada sells, or we don't need anything that Mexico sells. That's just a load of BS. There's $2 trillion worth of trading going on between our 3 countries as of 2023. This total includes all bilateral trade flows among the 3 North American countries and is underpinned by the Canada-United States-Mexico Agreement, USMA or USMCA, a trade agreement that was the envy of the world, in which virtually all the trade between our 3 countries was tariff-free. Let me compare this with the EU trading bloc. The EU, 27 countries. The total value of goods and services traded by the EU countries was approximately $1.5 trillion in 2024. The amount of trade between Canada, Mexico, and the United States was more than all 27 countries of the EU. Now let's go through the recent headlines. These are economic numbers that were just released yesterday, September 5th. We're going to start with Canada. These are the job reports numbers. Reported here on CBC, Canadian economy bled 66,000 jobs in August as unemployment rate at its highest since pandemic days. The unemployment rate in Canada rose to 7.1%. I won't go through all the details of the article, but a lot of the job losses were part-time jobs. There was a bump in part-time jobs at the beginning of the summer because a lot of Canadians were traveling within the country. And now that the summer is over, a lot of those part-time workers have lost their jobs. That impacts these numbers a little bit. But there's additional job losses here directly related to the impact of tariffs. There's no getting around it. The United States has imposed tariffs on the imports of those materials. There's less demand for them. Companies are laying people off. Here's the headline for the United States, reported on Yahoo Finance. The U.S. economy adds 22,000 jobs. Unemployment hits 4.3%, up from 4.1 in August, as the labor market continues dramatic slowdown. And for an economy the size of the United States, adding 22,000 jobs is a terribly low number, much lower than expected, and the unemployment rate is increasing. And if I post this one graph for you showing in green the bars are the monthly jobs added, and in blue is the unemployment rate, you'll see the unemployment rate increasing in the United States. And since 2025, when tariffs were imposed, you see we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 months of anemic or negative job growth. And this is because companies in the United States are being squeezed as well, because they have to pay a tax on everything they import. They import products and materials to be able to manufacture things. Their costs are increasing, so they're reluctant to hire people. They want to keep their costs down. They're getting squeezed, and it's showing up in the numbers. Here's another number that you don't really hear reported very much in the United States and Canada. Mexico. Job creation through August, one of the lowest in 14 years. Mexico's getting squeezed as well. Surprise, surprise, because demand for their exports to the United States are also being squeezed because of the import tax that U.S. importers have to pay. So here you have a trading bloc, Canada, Mexico, and the United States, a trading bloc that is the envy of the world, that had the best free trade deal in the world, the USMCA, that Donald Trump's administration negotiated with Canada and Mexico, which governs our trade, an advantage that we had over everyone in the world that made the standard of living and the growth in North America the envy of the planet, that has just sabotaged itself because of the whims of one man who decided it would be a good idea to throw tariffs into this deal, to disrupt this prosperity and have a negative impact on all three countries, like throwing sand into the gears of a well-running machine. And what has it achieved, really, when you look at this, flying from 30,000 feet looking down? What has it achieved? It has made North America less competitive in the world. India is projected to have strong economic growth of 6.4% in 2025. This growth is driven by robust domestic demand, improved consumption prospects, and strong job creation. Let me repeat that last part. Strong job creation. China's GDP growth for 2025 is projected to be around 4.8 to 5.3%. The United States has just handed India and China a free pass. It would be like being in a race.
Like
the United States is in
all these girls these days, they talk about equality and all this stuff. Okay, equality. So like, then you do the dishes. Are you going to be bringing? Are you going to be bringing? I know. And that's what I'm saying, though. Like, and that's the thing with women too. They're like, oh, $5,000, you can have that much money. Well, have you ever seen $10,000 in your account? No, but my car is worth $50,000. Oh yeah, you have that on payments. So if I still own it, I just go to the bank. Like a lot of these people they don't. You drive it around, and if you pay the bank, it's yeah, then you own it. Or you stop paying that fee, you don't own it. I don't gotta pay. I don't gotta pay. That's why it's gonna be so hard to find a girl like. With his mad purse. Yes, please. Okay. Alright. Okay, bye. Bye.
Continue to do what we're doing. Support our own economy by spending our own money here in Canada. And we have to work on diversifying. We have to work on new trade agreements, new free trade opportunities with other countries in the world. And that's going to be a hard, long thing to do. And we have to stay the course and be focused and realize that when we see these bad numbers in Mexico and in Canada, it's not because the president of Mexico doesn't know what she's doing. It's not because the prime minister of Canada doesn't know what he's doing. There will be politicians that will try and spin it that way. It's because there's one guy in the United States.
Yeah. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the bridge. I have to say right off the bat, it's funny how great minds think alike sometimes. I was literally in the middle of filming this video. Somebody that informed me, John Bolt, gave me a shout out this morning, and he actually had a shout out in front of the exact same video that I was shooting at the exact same time. So shout out to John Bolton. And I did take a look at that video before retooling into this one. But many things we have to talk about today with Mark McCarty. He essentially has admitted that Canada has failed. That he is the one who broke Canada while advising Justin Trudeau after the last 10 years. It was all set up for Canada's demise. We talked about this earlier this week. If you haven't checked out the video earlier this week called Manage to Climb, I highly recommend going to check that out because that's exactly what this setup was. Now, one of the things John Bolton says in his video that I do agree with is that Canada's demise will be Alberta's rise. It's something I've been saying for months, that the more Mark Carney screws up, all it will do is push Alberta and Saskatchewan and other western provinces to start saying, it's time to go. We can't be a part of this circus anymore. It's enough is enough. There's only so much you can bleed from a stone before the well runs dry. And that is what's happening with Canadians, as Mark Carney announced, essentially turmoil on its way to Canada. Now, many economists have called already that we're in recession, that even though the government is not full-out said recession, Mark pretty much said it in his little meandering speech. I'm going to get to that. Let's talk about it. I know people hate the sound of Carney's voice, but there's nothing better, folks, than watching him. Aside from the SEALs plaque in the background, I keep in mind these are often paid people or party members that come in to do these things. We've seen them admit that. We've seen when Mark Carney was talking to factories and it was Liberal Party supporting our construction ads. It wasn't actual workers. There are some cases where the workers come in and some of those workers have chimed in our comment section and said, yeah, nobody wanted to be there. So I guess it's a matter of availability or what they think is going to be best for their videos. But you got Table Salt here, another great ex-accountant to go and follow. New Mark Carney Leader's great speech to Canada. What's going on is economic rupture. How more can you say we failed than economic rupture? Just admitted the country is on its ass. This is a result of poor, weak, woke policies. Keep in mind, Mark Carney has never once said he's going to remove tampons from bathrooms, which I understand don't fix the economy. He hasn't backpedaled on any of Justin Trudeau's terrible policies. He won't get rid of the temporary foreign worker program. And in fact, one of the things I brought up on last night's live stream is that this is what we're going to see for the next unforeseeable future, is that
Mark is going to validate why we need temporary foreign workers. He mentions that in Quebec, they're more needed than ever. Then let Quebec have their own program. They have their own programs on other levels. But the problem here is when guys like Pierre Poilievre are saying, oh, we got to get rid of the temporary foreign worker program. What we should be getting rid of are the subsidies to Canadian companies for hiring temporary or foreign workers in general through DEI processes. Keep in mind, companies stand to benefit greatly from that because they only have to pay a portion of the wage while the government subsidizes them out of our pockets. We are literally paying for our Canadian citizens not to have jobs. So if Pierre or Mark Carney or anyone wanted to do anything about it, they would eliminate the subsidies and then watch how fast Canadian companies start firing these people. That aside, another doomed failure of our show. And I'm going to show sections of this video. We'll try and skip it as much as we can. I know people don't like the Oz numbers. Thank God Table Solve has covered part of the elements of these authors, so we don't have to look at it as much as we want. Unfortunately, I have another video. Let's just get verbatim out of the way. Let's get Mark Carney's words out of the way, so that we're not mincing anything. So people don't say you're exaggerating. You never said that. The country's done. Really.
What's going on is not a transition. It's a rupture. And its effect will be profound. Workers displaced from their jobs. Supply chains that have existed for decades disrupted. Companies forced to change where they find their materials and their products. And all of this is causing an extreme uncertainty that's holding back massive amounts of investment and as a consequence slowing economic growth. Just this morning, we see the impact of today's employment report in Canada, with unemployment rising across regions and sectors. This makes decisive action crucial. To be clear, we're in a position right now where Canada currently has the best trading deal with the United States of any of their trading partners.
So, again, I'm going to pass the conversation by saying, hey, out of all deals that Donald Trump gave to us, well, guys, I think we have the best out of everybody. You still lost billions. You've still put Canadians out of work, saying, I'm going to fight Donald Trump. We're going to make the whole election about Donald Trump. Doug Ford's going to make his whole re-election about Donald Trump. Somebody who has no control over the laws in Canada, somebody who has no power to decide Canada's future. But the sheep took the bait and said, oh, Trump bad, Orange man bad. The guy's a president of the United States. Let him be the president of the United States. Worry about Canada. But Mark Carney has to say, before I talk about all of our failures, hey, we got the best deal, guys. Don't blame me. I negotiated the best worst deal. Damn it.
85% of our trade with the U.S. is now tariff-free. We have the...
Oh, and I want to chime in before I forget here, folks. Keep in mind, while he says it's tariff-free, part of the reason those tariffs existed was that Canada was wrongfully charging tariffs on Pilsner-related products already, before Trump brought everything. So while Canada said, I sure hope Donald Trump doesn't tax or tariff Pilsner-related products in Canada, Canada was already doing it to the United States. This is the backwards clown government that we have in this country.
Lowest tariff rate of any country in the world. But we also know that given all those changes, given the rupture, we can't rely on our most important trading partner as we once did. LvKtR6qKuwI47.I82I. Depuis longtemps, free trade.
Yeah, we're not gonna go through Mark's French, his awful French. Here's where he talks about how he's gonna fix
the problem he created. Create a problem, create a solution. Right? Here we go.
This disruption calls for a bold new approach. And given, as Minister Jolie said, given that we can't control what other nations do, Canada's government is focused on what we can control. And that means building our strength at home, building Canada strong.
There's your SEALs clapping, folks.
That means giving our workers and our companies the tools they need, retraining our workers, transforming our strategic sectors, creating entirely new industries, and being our own best customer by buying Canadian.
So here's where it goes into elbows up. Buy Canadian, folks. That's not going to solve the problem. Notice that Mark at no point said, I need to deport 5 million people that shouldn't be in the country. He didn't say, I need to free up Canadian jobs. We need to do anything. While Melanie Jolie stands there with this smirk on her face. It gets worse from there, folks. Here we go.
So today, to fortify our economic strength, my colleagues and I are announcing a series of ambitious new measures to protect, build, and transform our strategic industries. These are the sectors where workers and businesses have been impacted by those tariffs and trade disruptions. And we're building on our recent initiatives to help transform Canada's steel and lumber sectors.
The measures today will help workers acquire the skills and businesses to retool their production, businesses to diversify their products and markets, and, crucially, spurring more demand right here at home for Canadian businesses.
Now, one thing he does here, and it's another thing that John Bolton brought up in his video, is that essentially Mark Carney gives the finger to Alberta. Now, he announces an extension of EI, which ultimately will lead to the creation of universal basic income. I'm curious, because he says that they're going to extend by about 20 weeks unemployment insurance because, hey, while I've screwed the economy and while people are going to lose their jobs, more people are going to lose their jobs. Keep in mind, Alberta's already at 8% unemployment. So more people are going to lose their jobs. So we'll just extend EI so you can sit at home on government welfare. And while they extend it for those 20 weeks, what happens to the people who are currently on unemployment insurance? People who have worked for 15 or 20 years who have never once claimed employment insurance. Will their employment insurance only get the standard benefits, or is Mark Carney going to extend them by 20 weeks? Again, if I'm off on those 20 weeks, I apologize. Because I don't want to go forward with this video. I don't want to listen to it. I don't know about you guys. Hopefully I'm sparing. But nonetheless, it talks about spending billions of dollars into the country. Because while we're in a recession, while we've been handing over billions to Ukraine, while we've been pissing away trade deals, padding the pockets of those around him, keep in mind, head of Mark Carney's projects office in Alberta that's opening up is getting $600,000 a year salary. I'll be covering that in another video. So while they're spending and spending and spending, this is the biggest problem, is the government never tightens their belt. They never say, okay, we've got to stop spending in order to stabilize the economy. We have to deport the 5 million people, roughly, that shouldn't be here to create health care and jobs and availability for people, housing. We've got to restart the market, fix some of the mistakes we've done. There's no responsibility. Mark Carney got rid of and announces in here where he gives his middle finger to Alberta. We're going to get rid of the 2026 EV mandate in Ontario to help the automotive sector so that they can get through these tough times. So he goes on to show you how easy it is for him to repeal something and get something out of the way in order for the country to move forward. Wasn't Mark Carney the guy who said he was going to greenlight projects? He was going to open Canada's prosperity?
within trade barriers between provinces. He basically stole out of Pierre Poilievre's book. Nothing for Alberta. He didn't repeal C-69. He didn't get rid of the tanker ban. Nothing for Alberta. But hey, we've got to get rid of the EV mandate. It's working so well. In fact, anybody who wants to understand how much of a scam this is, Melanie Jolie says Canada has a clear advantage, and our climate plan is, quote, working. If it's working, why would you get rid of it in order to help people in Ontario in the automotive business? What advantage? What's working? Canada has 0 GDP per capita growth in a decade. The only thing their plan has produced is a disaster. And I'm only going to show a minute of Jolie speaking here, because again, just like Carney, I know people don't like it, but there's a reason I want to show it. Watch her eyes as she's yip-yapping about how successful the Green Initiative is.
Have it as a clear advantage, and we all want to use it. That's why our climate plan is working. But there needs to be adaptation based on where we're going in the economy. And, to make sure that provide a government productivity.
Now, am I the only one who's seeing it there? Her eyes are constantly moving up into the right. Up into the right. No, we're not talking about JFK. It's not up. Little JFK humor for you. If you look at an AI overview, looking to the right can signify creative or imaginative thought, which is why it's sometimes interpreted as a sign of deceit or fabrication. You know, I don't know why I have to show this, because literally, everybody knows, and we say all the time, the liberals moving them out their mind. It says, however, this idea is largely a myth. Scientific research has debunked any reliable link between a rightward eye movement and lying. Though, creative thought is often associated with looking right, especially for right-handed people. So it goes down with the theory here, but then it says what eye movements may actually indicate creative thought. For many right-handed people, looking to the right while concentrating is associated with constructing new information, thoughts, or stories. In other words, a lie? I guess. This is the problem. So while the country has gone to hell, while Mark Carney is admitting that, hey, the Liberals have tanked Canada, we're in a recession because we've opened the doors to immigration, we don't have any jobs for people because Canada companies are benefiting from hiring people who don't speak English, who flip their trucks upside down, who don't know how to do their jobs, who come here to spread crime. I'm not going to go through all the...
With economic uncertainty making it challenging for the private sector to invest, government must act.
Well, the Liberal government made a raft of announcements, just more of the same old failed tactics that they have been using up to now. Canadians should be expecting a pretty overproductive shield money in this throat. Well, Mark Carney, the Liberal government, is trying to make the lives of Canadians, the economy of Canada. They might be talking a whole bunch of promises, a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of new government industries, a whole bunch of new government offices and bureaucracies that they want you to be somehow going to be there to solve many of the problems that Canadians are confronting, all the while telling themselves that it's not the government bureaucracy that's in the way of private industry. No, it's the ever-changing landscape. Of course, in Canada, the economic landscape is hampered and hardened by Liberal government interference in all of their regulations. Of course, the Liberal government doesn't seem to be aware of that, or if they are, they're not going to admit it on the microphone. And they have just decided to fall back on their same old tactics, make the government bigger, borrow more and more money, offer guaranteed loans at low interest rates, and somehow they feel that this time, it's going to stick. Sprinkled in amongst all the bailouts and the promised dollars and guaranteed loans, they also let show their cards. They are forcing people who go onto the unemployment to now register on another website which will be connected to some of Canada's largest job search engines. So they feel the best way to go about this is to just force you onto this website, where now employers will be able to come in, cherry pick your name, maybe force you into some sort of training program, maybe force you to move to another city because they won't get the region that you're living in. Which, of course, on the surface just looks like the Liberal government is trying to find excuses to take people off of the support of the government and blame them for not utilizing the program that the government put in place, instead of the government solving the problems and keeping the industries in place as they want. As ever, we like to be thorough on the Canadian Shield, so we're going to be looking at the announcements from the desk, which is to say the digital ones, the printouts. We're going to hear some from Mark Carney. Now, I know that bothers a lot of you because you just don't like to hear his voice, but it's easier, it's better.
You do it. I'm a server with Pittsburgh Police Department. Do you guys realize the population?
Police have just pulled over 57-year-old Daniel Wells. He doesn't know it yet, but the entire department has been tracking his every move for days, ever since he became the prime suspect in a decades-old brutal murder case.
In a look at this day, 35 years. You have two options. You go straight into this thing coming, 45 years, you're wondering when you're ready to go out at your door.
What the officers don't realize is that Daniel has no prior record. He's never even been charged with a crime. And if investigators can't uncover undeniable proof, the real killer will walk free. And the murder of a young mother who never made it home may remain unsolved forever.
I have irrefutable evidence. I'm not being on that side. On the yes. Here she goes. On a hunch. Yeah. So.
On New Year's Day, 1985, 23-year-old Tanya McKinley rang in the new year at Daryl's, a popular Pensacola bar. It was a rare night out for the young mother, a brief escape from the responsibilities of caring for her 18-month-old son, Timothy. He laughed, drank, and mingled with friends and strangers alike, unaware that the night would end in fall. Sometime after 1:30 a.m., Tanya left scene with the bar. Hours later, at 5:16 a.m., the celebration turned to tragedy. Passers-by stumbled upon a grievous scene. Tanya's body lay discarded on the side of the road, 7 miles from Daryl's. They had suffered blunt-force trauma to the head. The bruising around her neck told a chilling story. She'd been strangled. Her purse, shoes, and a bloody towel lay scattered across the road. When forensics conducted a closer examination of the body, the primal levels of depravity they uncovered would send chills through all of her presence. Semen samples extracted from the corpse would provide the DNA of the primary suspect. Initial investigations led the police to Tim Davidson, McKinley's possessive and violent partner. As the father of Tanya's son, Tim was one of the few people with potential motive. When investigators looked into his background, they were able to gather some key details. Tanya's sister, Renee Hall, described him as abusive, claiming that he threw Tanya out of the house while she was pregnant. She also told officers that he once attempted to run Tanya over during an incident. To cement him as a suspect, police uploaded Davidson's information into the CODIS familial database. Despite their strong suspicions, his DNA was not matched at the crime scene, ruling him out. Police also spoke to several witnesses at the bar that night, but nothing concrete came out. Slowly, the trail began running forward. With their key suspect ruled out, the events of that night became something of a cautionary tale for locals. Eventually, law enforcement was left with nothing but rumors and tips. Meanwhile, public interest remained thanks to periodic media coverage on platforms like WEAR TV3, where they highlighted the anniversary of McKinley's death. Months turned into years, years turned into a decade, and a decade became 30 years. The investigation had all but lost its steam. Its most promising leads dried up. Finally, 2020, developers in advanced genetic genealogy reignited the case. This emerging technology allowed investigators to build a family tree using crime scene DNA. In Tanya's case, police were able to identify one suspect that could be a match to the DNA acquired back in 1985. There was nothing concrete yet. Some nail this, they had to be 100% certain. It's the early hours of March 18, 2020, Pensacola, Florida. 57-year-old Daniel Wells is on the uniform from work, unaware of the twist that was about to change everything.
Oh, I can lay some hate with this.
Do you LvKtR6qKuwI47.I82I? Do you have your license on you by any chance? Right now, because of the
Tossing Semtex.
Officers apprehend Wells as the prime suspect in Tanya McKinley's murder investigation. They take him into custody without incidents. That may seem stunning and unexpected, but investigators were working with solid evidence, the kind that would soon speak for itself. But the moment that followed his arrest will prove to be the most delicate. Detectives need to find Daniel's motives for a strong case against him. Nearly 4 decades since the incident, they must avoid hazy recollections and gather hard facts. How they choose to collect this information unveils a side of the interrogation playbook that you rarely get to see.
In the mid-80s, you know, around this time,
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. You remember? I mean, like if it was somebody you dated in high school, yeah. You remember that, right?
Tanya, it's Tanya.
Or she probably would have been like a year ahead of school.
I don't know. Jane doesn't.
I mean, that's kind of what we were talking about. It's kind of strange if you don't know her at all.
No, I don't.
Was the Weisman in 1985, you in Collier County, and got arrested for driving suspended driver's license? By Naples?
Oh, working.
Working on that?
Yeah, I remember that. That's the only thing that's the only time I got.
Sounds like I got a problem.
The detectives attempt to confirm Daniel's address history, questioning him on whether or not he lived on LvKtR6 Drive in Pensacola. The significance of 4237 LvKtR6 Drive lay in the fact that it was Daniel Wells' last known address at the time of Tanya's death. It also drew the attention of investigators due to its proximity to Peacock Drive, the location where her body was eventually discovered.
Well, New Year's Eve, from 1984 to 1985, what would you normally have done on the New Year's Eve during that time?
Go fire, like that.
Like you wanted to be? What bar would be? What chance? Would you, in the culinary, would you ever go to the bars? Recreational things?
Now, we have arrived. Let us put the Sentinel artifact to good use.
I trust your approach, and I am pleased you came along with our guests. Though the pilot control remains somewhat intact.
They walked up on a backside. We're Daryl. Sure. Daryl, we live in the very back. That is suspected.
This struck as something odd to the detectives. 3 bars were mentioned in the area, yet Daniel makes it a point to indicate that he doesn't remember Daryl specifically, but one bar that he and Tanya McKinley were last seen at prior to her death. By the way, if you're finding this video so far, please do us a favor. Make sure to like and also hit subscribe and help us get to 20 million subscribers. Now, let's dive back in. We're going to talk about
hang out with friends, go to someone's house,
Yeah.
I promise. The central
so
artifact
then
will
it's talking
deliver
us,
results.
like, full
But
time,
even
but
if
this
you
is
don't
just not on press.
has about to obtain.
That's what I'm press.
Seriously? I swear, Max will rather kiss all our asses when we bring her back from the dark ether.
I don't know where I'm going to fix this.
Max Arma. On your own time, boss.
Do I get that?
Yeah. You can post like one night stand.
Occasionally.
One postage stamp and you're on your way to Timbuktu. Just saying.
That's not gonna happen. So, you know, you're at
No, I
Walmart,
can count on you,
grab a
Bucks.
proposition girl, and she's really you're not gonna turn down.
Yeah.
Cool, fine, the guys just live up.
Yeah.
Bonus points. Subjects out. Fair warning, I'm not known for my forgiving nature.
Hey, we're talking about it?
I know.
You know what, Bucks? You're all right.
So I know that should be picture. New Year's Eve night. I'm dead. I'm sorry. I have evidence. I have. Pretty beautiful.
All right, I'll play your game. Spin the damn wheel.
At this point, it seems like Daniel's confidence. After all, if they had anything worth getting him with, it would have been used a long time ago. But could Wells lie and bring out the 1 in 7 billion match?
DNA?
Yeah.
DNA.
Double points.
Good chances. That's what I'm not asking.
It was me or you. I made the call.
We're not asking. Honestly.
I don't see that.
Yeah, it's been 45 years. 35 years. This is the first time we've talked about these movies. Sure of that. Yeah, right? We don't say anything unusual for the last couple of weeks. We don't see anybody police cars. Following you. Yeah. Thing is, your DNA is at this site, right? On this person. There's nobody else. There was no other explanation. It can't be. It's going to somebody else's DNA. Their DNA at this. And again, this is your life. This is from Ricky Rao, I was right, but listen.
there's a story, right? And either you can choose to give that story a chain of events that replicably happens over here. Have a play it. You know, it starts to look pretty bad as to why it's working.
I don't understand. I mean, I've never.
What happens if I put a gun back in?
That's what I mean. I had one night stands.
I've got a feeling this isn't standard issue.
No, I don't know her. I do not recognize her. I don't know the name. They're like going back to school days.
The only reason you're not close
You know what, boss? You're all right.
is that you're afraid that somehow we'll find out that you're responsible for that. We've already done it.
Knew I could count on you, boss.
There's no way. I said, look, right? It's been 35 years. 35 years. But you haven't had to face this. And all of a sudden, one day, your work day is fine. Went home. So you pulled over an hour later. It's a shock. And totally wrong. Nobody wants to. Much like you sat there for a while and didn't want to think that you had exposed yourself to massacre. And go through this whole process where you're like, no, yeah. Well, a little bit while I was being. She said something that I said, oh wait, no, there was another time. It was through the whole process. Right? We're starting it over again. And we're going to end up this. Because you're not here. I'm being honest with you. I don't really like thinking.
The detectives aren't lying here. The process of finding Daniel as the main suspect was unmistakable. The officers trailed him to preserve the element of surprise, preventing him from tampering with any new evidence. Given the fact that investigators had waited for 35 years since the murder, they couldn't risk anything that would destroy their ironclad case. It wouldn't take until March 2nd of 2020 when a surveillance team would follow Rose to see if he was a match for the DNA. They got their sample in the form of a cigarette that he popped out at 9:40 a.m. on March 3rd. Tests were carried out, and the cigarette DNA proved an exact match for the 1985 crime scene. Well, he was then arrested and brought into question later on March 18th, resulting in president's interrogation.
This was not.
Undead house down, just painted the wall.
That's the element of its story. They're not opportunity. This is all. The other stuff.
Reminds me of that one time in Verdansk.
We're open to the fact that we don't go to anything at the one time. Two other times we go in thinking one thing, we walk out and just have totally different things. Then you hear the other side of the story. That's how we operate from experience. I'll be honest with you, right? On your way interview, that's like, you're blown away.
It's just, I know someone I had sex with or what, but I've never heard anybody. That's what I'm saying. This is blown away.
There's a couple different ways to look at it. The things is why
Daniel continues to deny ever being with Tanya that night. But the officers hammer in on their undeniable evidence against him.
This was a pretty big deal back then. There was a lot on the news.
I don't remember.
So how?
I mean, I'm just.
How can your DNA end up with her?
Unless we had sex, that's all I'm reason. I don't know.
I'm not asking unless. I'm not asking theorize. I'm asking you to tell me. You were there. How did your DNA end up with her?
I was with her, I guess.
I
was with her.
I guess, and I'm not trying to.
I don't remember the name, the face, things. I
believe you have arrived safely in West Virginia. Is your payload secure?
Except for the specific, like, it says, right? Special. I don't know exactly where I was saying.
This is a large property.
Right? So you can see the information like, it's like, where you're from, right? What you're doing with it.
Underground.
Don't you
Find a
think
way down to my mainframe chamber.
that sucks with the go well? I mean, here's the artificial quick run, the car, right?
Nothing like a summer break shower.
The next morning, find out shit that. So that's the way
it's like I don't know.
that's the name I can give. Think of the time.
5 seconds in front of this thing feels like an hour.
Set.
So much that.
Is everything in place to deploy the sentinel artifact?
Almost there. Less than a few seconds short of shared role.
The next day,
The
she was on
restoration of Agent
You didn't know she was. You don't know the next day when they put her picture in the paper 2 days later. Oh my God. I was just having such a great day. I mean, that goes up. The picture is that it's good.
When confrontation doesn't work, detectives change tactics. A few fight.
Sticks. It is going to be next up panel. Performance or something. You want to leave and you didn't want to leave yet?
Something like that. I don't.
Here we go again. We're trying to get you to stay there.
I can't remember. I just wanted to.
You're the one that was there. So say something simple. You said you did her. They came over. And then they left.
So we got out of it to a little bit of market. I've got it.
So except
I think this strangulation. Fine. We're fixed again, and it got into it. So it was like a slap.
there's indication.
We have arrived. Let us put the sentinel artifact into good use.
I tracked your approach, and I am pleased you came along, Sergei. So you may find taking hold of the name of some robots in the
I didn't realize it wasn't. So you kind of lost interest at that point. So you kind of make the difference maybe lower because you wanted sex and shoot it, not to.
This is a large property. Where
That
exactly
lets
should
you
we
off the
take
ground
the
and just
artifact?
slap you that.
My quantum processing unit is underground. Find a way down to my mainframe chamber.
After that section. So hit her in the head, she goes out. You start your alarm. Right? And then you have you drop some gray matter. That's at the beginning you realize you didn't do volume. Stick out your picture, got your half. Push back,
One postage stamp and you're on your way to Timbuktu. Just saying.
I had every confidence you would recover the Sentinel artifact. Therefore, I am also certain
No more stories to read, and a stack of evidence glaring at me. Daniel find After their first intimate encounter, when Tanya rejected his advances, Daniel couldn't take no. In a fit of rage, physically assaulting and violating her, Daniel threw the lifeless body into the crime crime, where she laid found. Thankfully, DNA evidence was Cal found and arrested.
Jim? Hey, this is Captain Let's go Fifth Department. Oh, okay. Right. So you don't know me, never met. But I want to let you know that I just made an arrest.
Oh, I can lay some hate with this.
I'm sorry. Yes, sir. There it is. I know it's been a long time.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, for Tanya McKinley's now fully grown son, Timothy, this justice was bittersweet. Daniel was himself later. Prior to this, Daniel had been charged with first-degree murder and sexual battery. Crime was 5 Florida sentencing laws at that time would have been applicable.
Gotta tell you, I don't do well with waiting.
I think this case was horrific. I got my video on the wife who almost got away with it. Mine would have been applicable, since the crime to the Daniel's
On time. Just made an arrest. On your mother's murder. I'm sorry. Yes, sir. Serious. I know it's been a long time. Yes, sir.
Unfortunately for Tanya McKinley's now fully grown son, Timothy, this justice was bittersweet, as Daniel would eventually end his own life in his prison cell just a few weeks later. Prior to this, Daniel had been charged with first-degree murder and sexual battery. Since the crime occurred in 1985, Florida's sentencing laws at that time would have been applicable. Now, if you think this case was horrific, you need to check out my video on the evil wife who almost got away with murder.
This is 35-year-old Joe from Wichita, Kansas. He just loves cupcakes, so much that he came on over to devour 2 of them at the same time. Judging by his physique, he may want to lay off the cupcakes and indulge in something a little less heavy in the sugar department. Either way, as Joe was plotting to devour his cupcakes, little did he know that I was lurking around the corner, watching his every move. So you're quite the alpha now, are you? Joe? You mind if I call you Joe? Joe claimed to be quite the alpha. You mind if I call you Joe? Joe claimed to be quite the alpha male within the chat line, but when I came out to have him work, he turned rather evasive. It was pretty disappointing. Now, obviously, we're talking about some highly illegal activity, so we made sure to involve law enforcement every step of the way. Now, you might be wondering how Joe even managed to get himself in this position, or even be able to eat 2 cupcakes at once. Well, you see, the answer lies within the chat, and unfortunately, due to YouTube's guidelines, I can't get too much into it. But if you want the full scoop, you can head on over to skeeterjames.vocals.com. Here you can gain access to Joe's full chat log and others, plus a number of videos that aren't yet here on YouTube. Now, Joe really was quite the character, but me just telling you that really doesn't do any justice. So, let's go ahead and get into today's dose of Predator Positive. Alright, man, you ready to fetch this guy? What do you think of this guy? Joe. Joe? This is Joe. I mean, it looks like he works at Kroger. Took this picture just because it felt cute to me. I think he's coming here to take both people. And oh my goodness, bro. Yeah, I think we've never had a guy try to be too pro-guns. You know what he's probably going to say is, well, if you do the math, it's 23. That's probably going to be his excuse. So we got to be ready for that.
Bro, I just don't get how he's going 8 years underneath the limit, bro. Like 8 years. Like I've seen other videos where it's not just many papers.
Oh, this is a big chat log, and there's like 4 screenshots to a page here. One of the main things he said was, when you see, no, he said, I'm going to be beta at first, but once I start kissing you, I will start gorging, and that's when the alpha will come out. That's probably the wildest thing he said. Okay. Are you ready for the alpha?
I don't want to see that.
That's what we're doing right now. Simply Steve and Adrian Harding. We're getting ready to meet this guy Joe. He thinks to be the enemy. So let's get into position and have this guy come over.
You know, bro, thank you for your service, man. You're doing a great deed.
Oh,
you know,
thank
it's work.
Thank you, sir. I'm trying.
You know, nasty niggas off the street.
I'm trying, man. Yeah. Someone's got to do it.
I see you have arrived safely in West Virginia. Your payload secure.
If you mean the so-called Sentinel artifact, yes. But the captain of the miracle promised to remain.
Hurry! We have so much to do. It's lonely down here.
Patience, Sam. The team is busy schmoozing some locals.
Another one splattered. Max armor. Victory at any cost. Just don't push it.
Ready to dazzle a born skeptic by creating life out of thin air?
Indeed, I am, Herr Doctor. What our team must do to keep the final arrangement.
So you're quite the alpha male, are you? Joe? You mind if I call you Joe? What's your name, right, Joe? I like your shirt. You just made the list. Looks like you might have just made the reference. What are you doing here tonight? That's what they say, Joe. Star Wars flip-flops and all. What are you doing here tonight? What was yours?
Believe it or not, gambling with the wooden box is the most sane thing I've done today.
You talked to a big game before. You say you're quite the alpha male.
You know what,
When
Buds?
the ball comes
You're
out.
all right.
That's what you said. If the ball got out, yeah. Did we kind of kill that for you?
Knew I could count on you,
Joe,
Bud.
you want to explain what you're doing here tonight?
No. You want us to just paint a picture for you? Tell your story. I think I should. Well, looks to me like you're here to make over tonight. Presents. That's the information I have here. That's what I collect. You say that you want to be dominant with her. You ask if she's ever done phone sex. Don't you have anything to say for yourself right now? This is not a good look for you. You should really say something for yourself. That basket. I see that you did ask if she was a cop and yes, if it was a 7. Why did you ask that? Like you still excited to come here tonight anyway. Why, Joe, with red flags for that? Is it an addiction to the internet? You just couldn't resist? You couldn't resist both of them and something telling you? So explain it to her, please. So if you're not such a risk taker, why take on such a big risk at the time? You've been drinking, or eyes are a little watering? You say you're going to make her yours, and when you first meet, you know what you're going to do. What were you planning to do? Joe, what were you planning to do here tonight? What do you think will come back to get you? You say you're going to shove her against the wall, then you're going to kiss her, and then go down on her blank and devour her. That's awfully predatory. You say you want more pictures of your baby girl. And what really gets me the most is as you're talking to this in this chat log, you ask about a cousin. She says she's, and then you say you want to talk to the cousin. Now, Joe, is not even. I mean, that's a pre. We're not even at the teen years yet. What's going through your head? What's so intriguing to you about that? You must know because you're here. You asked for various pictures before you came here. You say you're going to grab her neck and throw her to your knee and spank her hard. Well, pull her hair. And when she calls you dude, you say you're the alpha. And the alpha doesn't like to be ignored. You don't seem very alpha right now. This is me. And then she... You can't even bring yourself to say. Something when she calls you dude, you say it's not dude, it's daddy or sir. So that's what you no, so not Jeff, so daddy or sir is what wait. I don't think I can call you dude. I think I'm just going to call you dude. Is that one? Okay. Yeah, go. You say you want to make it a permanent thing. You're messing around with her like this. Throwing her cut. There you go, it's right here. This is that could be an ongoing thing. Joe, you've got to have something to say for yourself here. Please, I mean, the floor is really please explain to us.
I had every confidence you would recover the gentleman artifact.
Why did this? Why make this decision? It's what? Well, that's not really up to you to decide. I'd more like to hear your side of the story to figure out why exactly you came here tonight and your opinion. If you could explain that. That's fine. Well, you don't have to. But so everyone's put down.
this being said, I'm so not really big. That didn't bother you. That was okay. So you were okay for me. You weren't. Seemed like a good challenge. So explain to me, if we weren't here tonight in a bad day, what would happen? You'd play Jenga. Would you try to test out your other pull-out? So you're going to come to one of these, you're going to come to play Jenga. Where was going to go? What was next? Just play Jenga for a few minutes and then. After having a conversation like this, you want to turn against the wall, grab her hair, all of the swords. You expect me to believe that. You're being honest. After a conversation like this, Joe, I was born at night, but not last night. Okay. You really expect me to believe that? You do expect me. You expect me to. Okay, I was making sure. Okay, yeah, because it's just hard to believe. And have a conversation like this. Say if the mom asks about her texting you, just tell her it's her boyfriend. Kansas texting you. I'm trying to be in a relationship with her team. These are awfully serious texts for you to. So you weren't serious about what you were talking about here. So why say these things before showing them?
Because in everyday life, I'm very
every day. So, but you talk a big game like you're the alpha. So help me understand. When are you the alpha, Joe? If most of your life you're more the beta, you said. When are you the alpha? Did you feel alpha just a few minutes ago? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You didn't seem very shy of the challenge, though. I mean, yeah. So you want to shove your it's in her blank, hard and deep, violently banging her up against the wall. That's fine. So you're just alpha in the text messages, basically, and it's not a real life. It's more of a fantasy thing for you. Okay. So is being with simultaneously also a fantasy of yours? Why talk about it so much? And borderline obsess over it, Joe. You say you want to control her and make her your little girl. Go fast and deep in her when you're in her.
Welcome to
It's very graphic, Joe. So you weren't serious about it. Seems like you want to show to them. Turned you off from Jenga. So you're excited about meeting her, kissing her, and taking her wiener, shoving it in her hole. Sure. Oh, just for documentation purposes, that way you can say something that didn't, and I can't lie and say you did something that you didn't. Just for all of them.
Another point to the Skull Patrol.
And then you say, do you want to see Daddy's? There it is. Is that a picture of your... And I gotta say, Joe, this is really not something to boast about. It's really not very... It's not very impressive. Well, you have a lot of confidence. You say, Daddy's... I was saying how it's been that impressive, but that's another story for another day. Yeah. Really good pride against her will. Then you talk about how Katie will suck your so Victoria will sit on your face and there you go. Come on. Is what it says. Well, you expect me to believe you weren't going to do that. You weren't fighting. Tell me if you had an attraction to me.
Fair warning, I'm not known for my forgiving nature.
Oh, it's just manual now. I see that, but this is clearly something that you seem to be fantasizing about. I mean, you just get right into it. You don't waste any time. You what? You what? I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you. So you said you were in the what? The B what? Were you going to say BDSM? That's what you're Now, what part of the BDSM community allows this type of behavior with, is that BDSM? What's the actual bondage? Yeah, bondage, stuff like that. Yeah. What allows it? Nothing. It's illegal, isn't it? Because from what I have here, Joe, it appears to me that you travel to meet on a 2%. Now that's double trouble. You understand how it looks like that to me? How could it look any other way, Joe? How do you explain this? It is right here. You barely even touch the Jenga tub. You say you're going to be violently blanking her blank. And the other one's going to give you head. I mean, Joe, it just, it really just goes on. You see a line more like that. Yeah. So, Joe, what do you think should happen to him? Well, it's not what I asked. That's what you think should happen tonight. For giving you a thing like this. So, what do you think should happen? Where do we go from here, Joe? Okay. Okay, what do you do for work? I'm sure we can find out. We have already found out after it's Kroger, right? Kroger, right? Grocery? It's you at work, right? Right from buying the cigarette guy. Kroger, right? 6 a.m. What do you do at Kroger?
Well, kiss my
what is this?
We finally made it to the armpit of
So the gas station part. Oh, okay. That's right. Okay. Yeah, so you almost got first time. I mean, Joe, I just look at what was said and how it was said. It seems like you had a strong fantasy about what you were talking about. That was that.
Where exactly should we
You never did anything like that.
My quantum transmission unit is underground. Find a way down to my mainframe chamber.
Did I give you permission to look at me?
So, I don't know what like that. So it's most likely like that. So is there anything that might be found on there? There is. What do you think? What would be found in there? Do you think? Of his daughter. How old was his daughter approximately? No, don't. If you want, Joe, focus on my question. How old did the girl in the video or picture look? How was this? How did you come across this video? You're in a Facebook group. What's the group? Taboo thing. How'd you find out? Oh, yeah. You're still in the group. Okay. Yeah, just so you know what we're dealing with. So how'd you come across the group to begin with? Okay. And you just hit follow. Did you save this video? Is it on your phone? Oh, it's a picture, right? I'm sorry. So did you save this picture on your phone? It's on your phone right now. 22. Is it the same girl? And the same father, birth father? It's just from the top. Okay. They sent that continuously. That's kind of what goes on in the back room. Okay. Do you have your phone on it, Joe?
This is a large property.
Voluntarily, yeah. Yeah, completely up to you.
My quantum processing unit is underground.
The phone's itself.
Find a way down to the mainframe chamber.
Thank you. If you could spread.
Lighten the motherboard.
Oh. Oh, not naked. Okay. Oh, you better tell me something else. So she wasn't naked in the picture.
Bonus points.
I promise, the system
Yeah, darling,
architect will deliver results.
It's very
But
good.
using it may prove as difficult as it was.
So from the conversation I it's hard for me to believe that you had that picture over as sort of fantasize over. Because it's every group that
Knew I could count on you, Box.
it's Do you have anything else to say for your phone, Joe? Yeah, what are you going to do? Oh, what is it like this? They're not going to think it's good. Well, Joe, I just have to, if there's nothing else you have to say, I have to let you know that I'm Steve Hansen with the Predatory Investigation Unit, and I'm doing an online series about adults who try to take me up with online for sex. And you've just heard this. Obviously, everything else to say. Love to hear it. I'm sorry.
Tossing Semtex.
Us. It's an Airbnb. Oh, no, we're not. I'm renting.
You're renting?
Yes.
You're right.
This is my cameraman. That's my security guard. These are a couple, I guess you could say, other video creators that are here, just filming. They were the live decoys that he thought he was being.
What's your first name again, man?
Oh, that's looks like Kyle's calling in. This is his phone, by the way. By the way, he did admit to having a picture of a other on his phone, so you know.
You want to go talk to the detectives? Just remind me your name. Is it Joseph? What? Just go to the upstairs.
It's okay, Joe.